everybody, and welcome to the second match of the Azure Dreams Riders of the Sky tournament. I'm Lady Demi, and with me today will be Shawnee. We are getting our runners counted down and our setup set up in just a moment. This is, for those of you who have not seen the previous entry in this tournament, this is a little bit different from our regular tournament format. Specifically, this is a second tower. We are doing a best of one race, 2 hours for unlimited entry. After that, you are on your final entry, and if you die, you die. Whoever makes it to the highest floor across all their entries first wins. That explains the format. But what is the rule? But what is the second tower? The second tower is a thing that was a little bit dummied out. A thing that was almost completed, but never quite finished. It is a different and theoretically unlimited procedural generation scheme where the backgrounds are randomized, the monsters are randomized, and all your item names are concealed from you. Or at least all your non-weapons.
Yes, and the crystals are not, but everything else is. And the only way you can identify them is by eating them. Which
or using them.
Terrify everyone.
Yeah, that's a fun and spooky little element. In the Japanese version, they have descriptions that will help you, but this got cut from the game, but since the feature got sort of dummied out of the game shortly before release, those descriptions weren't adjusted to be included, and off they go!
Yep.
The second tower was probably meant as a new game plus. So that seems to be the intention. We have reopened access to it with the wonderful randomizer from Programmer. Very exciting. All of its code is what was originally there. We just re-enabled the ability to actually enter it. The secret second elevator on the second floor.
Yeah, and also the other thing to note is this is 100% intended gameplay in the tower. We have not randomized anything in the second tower. So that might be for a future tournament, but there's huge changes between both of them, and I'm curious if both players will use Balrog on floor 1. Because that's another modification. This is the only modification we've done to the game. Wow, where is this little entry
section? It tends to hide from. It sometimes can hide from you a good bit.
There we go.
But I think in our match yesterday had to go pretty much to the place you find the Palumpa in the vanilla to locate it.
I'll have you know, I did not use the front door.
Yeah, that'd do the trick.
So he may have spawned a slightly different location. A mirror shield? That's very nice.
That's a pretty good shield.
We should explain. What the heck are they doing?
They are playing these slot machines. We have changed the initial starting monster into a barong, which spits out items. Items at random. It uses a broken rarity check. And the rarity checks for the second tower will be different too. We wanted to give them a little spicy inventory for what is about to be a very spicy tower.
Yeah, and the thing is, it also is a time investment to use the Balrog. You don't have to. But we see here the RNG is not fixed on that. So Reven got stuck with a water ball of probably very low usages, because I think that's one of the final things he got from...
That's rough.
Ooh.
Looks like they both decided to go for the gosh fight to get a medicinal herb off of him. That is one of the things that needed to happen in order to make accessing the randomized tower thing, is that this is treated as a weird version of the tower, kind of.
We got the wind crystal.
Reven got the wind crystal. That'll be in handy. That'll allow him to keep his inventory if he gets into a tough spot. Hex didn't, and he's not likely to find another one soon. Wind crystals are weirdly rare in the second tower. That is one of the many changes.
I learned that yesterday during the race. That was fun.
We both did, yeah. And a new
insert.
background. Very fancy.
Oh, they pointed this out in the commentary yesterday. The background scrolls up to down here, not circling.
That is interesting.
I've never, once I pointed that, I can't, Sandmate pointed that out, I'm like, well, darn, now I can't look away from the up-down thing. So if you want to know someone...
U-boats! U-boats are on this floor. That's mean. That's the game being very rude, actually. U-boats are nasty customers.
Thankfully...
How monsters work in this scenario is that basically every floor that will have basically some new monsters, but it'll replace about 2 of the 4 available monster slots. Do I have that about right?
About that, yeah. I'm sure Chai will hear us retroactively and correct us in chat, or someone will. But as far as I know, yeah, you're pretty much spot on. If not, it's only 1 new monster every 3 floors, and they get cycled out at odd numbers or something. I don't... Oh, hey, there's a U-boat right behind that troll.
Yep, U-boat and a troll, and Reven is level 1, and that's very scary. That's horrifying, actually. This is your nightmare scenario. You need that first 10 HP. You need it real bad. You're not... There you go. That's at least something. That is better than nothing.
Yeah. That's... Okay, just use the fireball. Also, we can see here, Rev has 2 medicinal herbs and named them MED. Because until you eat them, they're not identified. Hex has not basically figured out any of his items still. So, depending on your memory, I was kind of going based off, okay, I know I picked this up, this should be this, whatever, when I was playing. I wasn't too stressed about it. After a few floors, you forget what you have.
Absolutely. That's why it's good to rename things. Also, if you rename an item and then pick up another identical copy, it will also be renamed. This is pretty handy. Mm-hmm. But it also makes repeated second tower entries where things are re-randomized, makes it a little weird sometimes.
Yep, and there we go. Hex ate the pita fruit. You can't consume the pita fruit, but it does identify it. So by doing that, like you see Rev named it.
Mystery spell ball! We now have 3 unnamed spell balls, one of which is fire, one of which is water, and the third one, heart.
Yep. Oh, so if anyone wants to guess how many hearts items have or what they mean, just keep posting hearts in chat. It's fun to see too.
Yeah, that's a good decision.
Also, good to see a lot of the community out right now. Hello, everyone.
Looks like... Oh, are those Granoots? Those are the evolved forms of griffins. You won't see those in the regular tower unless you raise a griffin to level 20. I would not be happy if this was there.
Rashes, Granoots, U-boats, and Krakens. This is a horrible floor.
This is a nightmare. I love it. It's terrible. Everything on this is something you never want to see.
Yeah, our seed yesterday for the first entry wasn't the worst for getting the first initial levels and grinding on the first few floors. They have to skip these floors basically, or else they will die or use a lot of resources to get kills.
Yep.
And the problem with that is, unlike the first tower, or the Dim Lim Tower of Tau, naming it, I will still point that out. I love the fact that it's named.
Oh.
The second tower levels up per floor. So monsters are now level 5. You know, it keeps going up and up and up. Or sorry, some will level up with the floors. So all of a sudden, okay, now we've got Wee Dogs. Wee Dogs are
not as bad.
Yeah. I would, again, no matter what level they are, no one ever wants to see a Kraken. That is right up the tree.
They're just obnoxious.
Yeah.
Though I actually kind of found, like, in my practices, not as bad on the low levels.
Okay. Reven might lose because he's hitting a water monster with
There we
water
go.
monster with a fire spell. He did enough damage beforehand.
Risky business. We
Yeah.
saw, I think, the 4-heart spell ball, but I could not identify it just on sight alone.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing we have to mention. How good are the runners at identifying graphics? Because that's what you have to do now. Okay, Reven, that's not how you Yubo dance.
No,
you're
no.
just
This is a bad scenario. He's in danger.
Yeah. There's a Kraken. Gotta pay attention where you're walking.
And he just decides
You know what?
that he's done here. He's noping out.
He had the Wind Crystal to use. Hex doesn't have that option. So now, the second tower will be reshuffled. He'll have to junk all of his items except for 5, which is quite bad. So he can keep probably Restore Scroll, probably the Plump Egg still. I still would keep that.
Yeah, over a peanut
Fireball.
fruit any day.
Copper Sword just for some damage, and it's a shame he didn't use the White Sand before getting out.
Yeah, that is a shame.
Now that's just, sitting there. Re-entries are also... Did we explain the rules?
Yeah, I did a quick run through. Re-entries are allowed up until the 2-hour mark. Then you're on your final climb.
Yep.
Meanwhile, HexTree has gotten the Ninja Eyes floor, Sandite is calling it. Another one that is unique to the second tower.
I see what he's talking about. Rivets, bolts, ninja eyes, all the same thing. All bridges are suspicious now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna see a divergence here, just because you're gonna see Reven's really gonna have to choose his 5 items very carefully. My plan, Naples.
Naples, Bloom, Block, and I think Weedog, but I'm not sure.
I think I saw Weedog. The Napleses aren't the worst for damage-wise. They just have a lot of HP. Bloom's naturally bulky.
So much HP.
Honestly, probably get a few levels off the blocks, but hey, they can paralyze you, and that's horrifying. So again, this tower for the first entry is punishing. Still, you should throw the water ball in the sink. Be nice.
Oh, horrible! Herb. That's one of those herbs that don't exist except from wrongs in the first tower, but now in the second tower exist.
Yep.
They put all this stuff in the game and then could not get it to not crash after floor 99, so they just went, well, we're out of time.
Yep. Well, so it may have been cut content. We don't know the exacts, obviously, because it's been renabled. Essentially, from a Game Shark code, if you were to have a Game Shark and, a proper physical CD, you could unlock the second tower. That is 100% possible. Problem is, obviously, the game doesn't
very
like
stable.
it. Yeah.
We have enabled save states every 10 floors for the first 40 or so. Oh, just to make sure that nothing crashes and then kills the entire match. That would be a shame.
Yeah, it's every 10th floor you can make a save state just to revert back in case the game crashes, not if you die. Every 5 floors after that. But the thing is, I didn't do that last match. I
also
forgot which
did not
one was.
do that. I remembered. I just didn't feel safe taking my hands off the controller for a single second.
Yeah, no save. There's both of us, all of us, basically in chat as well, seeing a lot of these people. I will get to the question in chat in a second, but just to finish what I was saying.
Getting a lot of MP restoration out of that wee dog.
Oh, okay. Reven's going to floor 2 now. Again, you'll have to fight Gauche, and then go up there.
Going to floor 2 at level 1, just skin crawl, scared. Don't like that.
Well,
it's bad.
He is level 3, so Bridge should do more damage.
True.
But, to finish what I was saying is, when it comes to... No, that's what I was talking... Well, anyway. So, question in chat. I forgot what I was talking about. What's the win condition for this tournament? So this is a 3-hour match. After the first 2 hours, re-entry is no longer allowed in the tower. Whoever gets the highest floor during that time, we see here on the state display in the bottom left on Hex's side, or beneath his game window.
2F number 2. Max is the highest they've ever gotten.
Yep. So if they were to leave, we can track and know. When it comes to the, what's the better way of saying this?
The score, basically.
The players are going to die.
Yeah.
Like, most part, no one's leaving this alive, because even though we're runners of this game and we know the first tower basically off by heart, Lady Demi probably knows more about the strategies than anyone else from all the commentary you've done as well. And, like, all the stuff
Flattery, I remember nothing.
You have a Rolodex card thing, if I remember correctly.
I do have little index cards, but that's only about monsters and about, like, things that will be valuable for me to remember for random toolkit. Which, come to that, is also a little bit valuable here, for if you have to ask, can I pick up this obscure, this evolved or unevolved monster form? Yes or no?
Yeah. But when it comes to, like, the first tower, like, Reven floor here, that Plumpa did 3 damage. That Plumpa is not the level 1 Plumpas that we're normally seeing. That was technically a level 2 Plumpa. When I was doing this before, I thought a Plumpa that took 5 hits to kill was doing 5 damage apiece in one of the seeds I rolled. It got spawned as the harder version, and it was like level 6 or something, and it was beating the tar out of me on that one. So it can be very scary just to be like, oh hey, I know this monster. No, you don't.
Do you?
It's leveled up. It's different. It's now. Exactly, it could be level 3. Like, it hurts. We have another spell ball. I think that's still the Plumpa egg on.
I believe so as well.
Or Naples. You can get rid of.
By the way, you can see on Reven's side how sometimes renaming items gets a little bit weird across multiple entries. The pita fruit is now. Oh no, it's still pita. All right, I thought it was fire for a second.
No, it actually was. It was.
Okay, thank you. Someone recognized what I was seeing. I'm glad.
Yeah, when you go back, I learned this the hard way. When you go back in the tower, some of the renamed names that you've put sometimes override on different things.
Yep.
So I used the medicinal herb instead of using a poison ball, just because it was a green icon and it had med beside it. So like, okay, that's what I put down as the poison ball initially because I thought it was going to be a cure ball. Nope. So since he's gone into the tower a second time, he should just straight up eat the pita. That will identify it. He doesn't need to waste time naming it.
And like most of your good fruits, you can't actually eat anyway. Like you can eat it, but it will just put it back into your inventory, which is very polite of the game. Weird that it's being polite. Oh, Mirror Shield proc! Delightful!
Yeah. I got called out for not picking up a leather shield by the Leather Cartel. Mirror Shield supremacy, thank you. I still stand by it, everyone.
Yeah, there's a world.
There is, yes.
World, and then I'm just gonna leave that there. Because, like, on the one hand, I do admit that it is very nice to block spells, but, like, blocking damage.
The thing is, I don't get hit. So, like, it's just one of those things where...
True.
The main thing I have... Septic, I'm married to an English person that he just said diapers everywhere. Just saying. Also, poulet, bonjour. Like, when it came to... like, the tower and the mirror shield, like the regular tower, I have died so many times to blocks paralyzing me just when I'm in a door frame, or breath happening from a dragon, or whatever. So
Yeah,
I just prefer it just because, like, if I'm playing already where I don't get hit or I keep using AI1, ooh, that's a good source of experience right there.
Yeah, nice and easy.
Yep. It should take 2 hits, I think. Nope.
Nope.
It's fluttering. Oh, wow. 4 hits. Okay. That's
Yeah,
bulky.
apparently the HP growth on those wyverns is pretty something.
Oh, okay. Not gonna know what that fruit is. Goodbye, roach fruit.
Arapita, farewell. Let's get exotic with it.
Yeah, it's actually really funny.
We're wrong! Hello, friend!
Yeah, so thankfully you're gonna get a bunch of obviously hidden items, but for the most part, it's actually kind of funny. It's not identify machine, no, but it does give you uncursed weapons,
which can be pretty handy, particularly in this. I would, equip the vital sword, toss the blizzard sword.
Oh yeah, it was also pointed out as well a while ago that if you were to have
throw an herb, Reven, just throw an herb. You don't need all those herbs. Most of them are gonna be Garbo.
Yeah. There we go. Like, the thing is, when you come across a Belrong, there's swarms of Belrongs now. It's not just one rare thing. Like, when I was playing on one of my entries, I came across, I think, 4 or something. So, you don't need to carry this one around. They're going to be everywhere. They're one of the main monsters on the floor. They're not an event one anymore.
Hello, Speed Gaming 2! We are in the second tower of Azure Dreams, the secret dummied out New Game Plus type tower full of randomized monsters. We will be having a fun adventure encountering mysterious items and mysterious monsters.
And watching the player suffer.
Yep.
Exactly. That's what I was going to initially point out as well, is there is the Plumperang strategy devised by Horza, who found out that the Collarjack Plumpas, you can just lob them at Vipers, and the Vipers will turn around in hallways. And then if you just do that with any monster, you can turn them around. They act like a wall.
Meanwhile,
I get why using herbs next to the elevator. I really do.
But at the same time,
okay.
What are you really hoping for, Reven? Oh, hey, Mirror Shield.
Again, better shield. I will die on this hill. Oh yeah, and Sand Knight pointed out, hoping for a paralysis herb. Yes, but Sand Knight pointed out yesterday, current high score of floor on a tower climb is 41.
Yep.
That was first entry and the highest score, so hopefully that can be beaten throughout the tournament. Hex still in the first tower climb, but Reven, who already left, is already on floor 7.
Good time.
Yeah. So that exit did pay off a little bit here. Has probably a little bit better inventory. At least has a fireball. We know that. I think it has 4 charges on it. Still not aggroed? Yeah. Just let the Naplas go. Oh, that weird background. It really bugs me when I watch it go up and down now. Floor 10 now. Oh, so there is no more like water floors or wind floors. We can't talk about that stuff anymore because it's all random.
Oh, it's all meaningless.
Yeah. That's good.
Everything is going to kill you. Just accept it. Terror lives in your heart forever now.
There's an Ifrit. That's an evolved monster of a flame. They're not very strong still.
Yeah, they're still not they're not the scariest things available. Which is some fun. Very nice.
Nope. I did the exact same thing.
Actually, wait, is this the same sleep ball that Reven has?
No,
yes, I think so.
Oh, actually, yes, because they would have been grabbed at the same time then left. I think he kept it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think this is probably the same sleep ball. Good to know.
Although I was concerned initially our match would boil down to find Gruda and win, but it seems to be less common than I thought it would be. Because the 2 or 3 practices I found, they found Garudas. I was like, oh no. But using a Garuda in this format is probably way more riskier than it's worth.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't equip the Earth Shield. I think everyone could agree on that one. A bomb
Right,
trap will
right.
just end you.
Bomb trap will just end you. You never know what you might never get a break from fire monsters ever again.
Reven fighting on the upper part of the hill there. Oh, so the difference between a money wand, a neutral wand to help with mixture magic, and a copper sword. You can see there's like 9 damage difference right now between both of them. I think they're both level 9, level 5. Yeah, like there's a distinctive amount of damage. Oh, so I did not call Gerda. I said the word Gerda. Okay, now there's a Gerda there.
Now there's a Garuda. There's also another Granoot. We've seen those before.
Okay, so I agree.
Oh, item room. Exciting. But 2 wands next to each other, you never know when you will be free.
Reven has Garuda. Well, yeah, but not the egg. When it comes to this item room, there's so much stuff. Again, just use what you can that is safe. Just get out of the inventory. Keep the bells till the end in case you accidentally raise everything's floor by 1. That's a lot. Oh, I was gonna say it's got Lar seed. Every time I ate a seed randomly, it always ended up lowering my level.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh, there was one time where it was a slow seed.
I guess I found one as well.
Mm-hmm.
I found it, I ate it, and I just sat there waiting for it. And the same text message box. This was like slowed fast again. I'm like, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I just want to find using seeds and other things against monsters, paralysis herb, sleep herb, all this other stuff, even poison herb, is extremely crucial. I'm sad you're not taking the stream one. Just saying. I'm calling you out.
Yeah, I can understand the thinking, but the fact remains that even if you're not sure what proportion of monsters will be fire type, most types of monster. No, I say fire because you're dealing with you're hoping to get a water Cune, etc., etc.
Oh yeah.
You don't know how many monsters you'll find that will have advantage, but still, the vast majority of types of monsters that you're scared of will be fire or water. And then everything.
Oh, yes.
They do have second collar. That is one of the things you get access to, because otherwise you could never get it, because we don't allow you going into the first tower beyond the second floor.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, there was that. It was making Ghost available on the first floor. The first entry. Just because that's something that normally happens afterwards.
That is a room.
Golems can be killed. He's actually kind of running away from it for no reason.
Yeah, golems are not the most intimidating thing available. Batnels might be. Also, gave up the high ground. Not entirely sure why.
Just fireball. Metals, again, they can't do a lot of damage, they can paralyze you, so they can be quite terrifying for that.
Also, gonna point out that, the muscle memory of...
No one wants to see a Oh, no!
Batnels. Not pleasant, not your friends.
No, they're really not. That's
they
a lot of
are
scrolls.
Very strong, they heal themselves, they're water elemental. They're just nasty business.
Oh, the real plump egg did 47 damage. It survived and healed up half that damage.
Oh, that's so sad.
No,
you
should have used the Mahel seed.
Should have used.
Because these guys hurt. Yep.
There you go. HexTree's down. Gonna be making another entry. Floor 13 is still the floor to beat, but probably. But, Reven stands as good a chance as one might have.
Yeah, we'll switch to Reven's audio, because technically now is... Oh, 13, well, either way. But, yeah, now here's the problem. Re-entries are allowed. That's fine.
Yep.
Reven had equipment for his second entry.
Yeah,
That's a difference. And it
gonna
was
be a-
good. Hex did pick up Queenie. A lot of runners don't pick up Queenie. They just run to the tower.
Yeah, bat mills are one of the surprise terrors of the second tower.
Yeah, especially because their healing is extremely good. It's extremely cheap. If you find one, you're in a very good spot as well.
That's actually pretty lucky. That is a good item. It turns everything into a hallway, and hallway monsters have smaller ranges of vision than room monsters. In that, like, monsters in a room see the entirety of the room. Monsters in a hallway see, like, 3 blocks.
We don't have our Discord. Just gonna post our Discord in case anyone wants to learn about this game, or... Give me a second, I'll get the link to that.
Meanwhile, pickets are hanging around. Honestly, not the scariest thing in the world here. That's a pretty significant... That's a nice break to find as monsters go.
That, also, again, you're not in a room. They're not going to bombard you with like 5 or 6 of them at a time, so that's nice. But the nice thing about them as well is they're basically experience banks. People, for some reason, really hate pickets, and I don't understand why. Like, everyone relies on them to get massive amount of experience doing the first tower climbs. They suck when they steal stuff, yeah. Just AI 1 and just let Queenie deal with them. You're fine. Also, noises are the scariest things that come across in the second tower. Just don't have it stolen. I don't understand how this is an issue. For some reason, yeah. Well, but either way, if you want to join the Discord, we have a Discord there.
Oh, leather shield. That's not bad.
I disagree, but I guess he doesn't have a mirror shield anymore.
Yeah, he doesn't have a mirror shield, Johnny.
Rarely makes it alive to the... Poulet, I'm the most consistent runner in the community for finishing 40-floor climbs. What? Weirdos. Anyway, oh, AI4 on Queenie, I see.
Yeah, an interesting choice, but when Q is your strongest available weapon, that makes a good bit of sense. Certainly... Oh, putting on a scorch shield, that's a little bit spooky. Would not have cared for that.
Again, I would eat the fruit when you can. Or, sorry, name it something, then eat it, because it will be re-obfuscated? Whatever the... I don't remember that word. Okay, poulet, meow. There you go. You want low blows? Anyway, when it comes to, like, naming your items, they change when you go up the second tower elevator again. So there's no point in naming things now, but you should still try to figure things out and just name it when you get up there. And I was trying to do that on my second re-entry, and I realized, oops, everything got shuffled afterwards. And you can see here the golem dying. The fire shield, actually a really good pick for Reven, just because you get the high ground and the elemental advantage.
In this particular circumstance, anyway.
Yeah.
I feel like, and lacking another shield, I suppose it's that Scarlet Wand. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. Now the damage increase is incredibly high.
Mm-hmm. And knows a holy bell. That's very useful. Unfortunately, there's that slow seed.
Yeah. Be a little bit careful. Also, balloons and Palumpas together, not the scariest thing. He has a level 9, obviously. I'd honestly just like Queenie attack.
Hex will find if he makes it that far, assuming he explores that floor, because the choice of what floors to explore versus not is a much more live and active one. Oh, hey, stealth! Stealth!
Also, the Scarlet Wand was right beside the elevator, so if he doesn't check it, that's entirely on Hex's fault.
Yeah, you're right. slightly confused by something I'm perceiving here.
He was trying to... Oh! Okay, there was no animation for, I believe, the water ball. Or ice.
Slow
okay.
seed, but the status, this portrait has changed, but yeah, I guess that would do it. The status portrait changed, which makes that a little bit weird, but alright.
Okay, yeah, Reven tried to use an ice rock ball where the stealth was. That's what the animation was for me. Okay. So I saw the blue spell come up and then disappear, and that's okay. That makes a lot of sense now.
Okay, we figured out this various things. Yeah. Also, the muscle memory of items that are next to each other and are the same thing, spooky, is pretty relevant.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, because we don't know when the Medivhas are around, and Reven's getting to the floors where they'll start transforming into items. Because it's based off level. Oh, there's a stealth in there. Thankfully, Scarlet wanted to make short work of the stealth.
Yeah, that's at least a little comfort. Actually, have we seen what else Reven will be looking at? This floor. I don't think we have seen many other monsters in a minute since that, but I guess we won't be worrying about it. Also, this is a cool background.
It is. Again, I do like the unused textures of the second tower, because we're all so used to seeing the first tower ones, but it's really nice to see like this kind of... Oh, looks like Reven stopped. There we go. Reven stopped running all of a sudden, and if you can't see the stealth, you can know it just based off controls. So that's what happened there, is, yep, you realize there's another one. And now, nope. Come on, Reven. There we go.
Q knows where it is.
Yeah, if you put on the AI 1, the enemy will move, and then Queenie will attack. So then you can tell where they're going to be, and it's extremely crucial. That's a free experience.
Those are the unevolved forms of dragons, the forms that you normally hatch rather than the dragons you see in the tower.
Yeah. Nope. Okay, still. This will go down. Oh, we got the same go up trap on HexTree side that Reven hits on floor 4 or whatever, or floor 5, yeah. And then there's the bell wrong. So we're going back to the same tower again. And same thing happened there too. This game. He's picking up the item this time. Okay, that's gonna save him a little bit of time.
That same battle sword. I think this will be a very similar, if not the same thing, because of the trap, etc. They more or less performed the same actions.
Yes, that's true. This is the odd time where the bell rog is basically fixed for how it's going to go down. Normally, the second...
I did have a seat in that room. I'm not sure where that came from or where that went, but here we are.
No, Reven moved one to the left halfway through the Barong's MP, so the last two items were different.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But otherwise, yes. Basically, the way it works is when you load into a floor, they're both on a fixed seed because the de-randomizing randomizer, because yay. If you were to move both one right and then start throwing items, that happens. Yay. The RNG is fixed until that point. If one person walked left and another person worked right, they have two separate RNGs. So the fact that Reven, I think, moved halfway through his bell wrong means that because he messed up, he didn't pick up the herb and the other item went off and he threw the seed eventually.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Oh, there's a whole... Oh, we have no music.
In that?
Yeah, until there's a level up, there won't be any experience on this floor. It's really awkward to hear just sound effects.
Yeah, it's... I hate the no music floors. I hate them.
Also,
I feel like something bad is about to happen.
Same. When we were doing our race yesterday, I really had a huge problem when it came to hearing the floor 30 music randomly. Oh yeah, kids fall through the floor. Don't worry about that. But like when you hear, there you go. That music's back. But when you hear like the floor 30 music, but you're on like floor like 3, it's a problem. It feels really bad. Or likewise, you hear like the level like the floor 3 music, and it looks like floor 30. You're like, I don't know how to feel about this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if they have the runner thing up. Yeah.
Reven will presumably also. Reven is about to get a new leading floor for this match, so this is gonna be all new territory. Gonna have to push that lead higher and higher, basically.
Yeah, because Hex got to 13 on the first climb. So again, this is like floor 29 to 33, I think, for like the graphics.
Yep.
Something like that. Like seeing this here and seeing a snowman and a golem doesn't make me feel weird. Seeing a bloom with a glacier beside each other, I'm like, that's weird. I don't like that. Also, if that snowman hits him with the fire shield, ooh.
I will say, being on floor 3 with the background of floor 3, but the music of floor 30 is, in some ways, the truest second tower experience and most accurately describes your mood.
Yeah, because it rotates. I really like the one that looks like a kind of like a royal, like royal carpet kind of thing. It looks really cool. I enjoy that.
Yeah, some of these are very neat. Look satisfyingly dungeony.
Just emptying out the inventory. Honestly, at this point, you throwing swords for damage isn't going to do much. Just get rid of stuff.
Near a doorway is a spooky prospect. Oh, did Kuhn get abducted over on HexTree's side? That's unfortunate.
Level 9 on floor 8. It's not... He's not... Okay, there's 1 damage. He set his AI to something, but he's trying to find the elevator as fast as possible right now. Hopefully he has... Oh, there's a Batnell. Reven must be so happy seeing a Batnell.
Now, truly, the Batnells have betrayed him.
Yeah.
How dare they?
Yeah, like... I think, like... Normally, in, like, the... Oh, there's an egg there.
There's an egg. There's a lot of unpleasantness. Can you get to it before the snowmen wake up? Because that's...
Nope.
Nope. Not a room you want to be in.
You have a holy bell.
You do.
So, yeah, there we go. I would actually try to stall it and kill it, truthfully. Should be 3 hit to kill for a snowman at this level. Oh, there you go. Commando time in the second tower, yeah.
Ooh, that's rough.
Yeah, hopefully he does have a Restore Skull. He's going to have to start using them and seeing Decurse. That's good to know.
Not what you want.
So this is where you rename a scroll and see if other ones pop up.
Yeah, that would be a good way of checking this, I think.
Because, like, if... I would just start using them. Like, there's no point in... Oh, they're stuck in a loop, I think. Nope.
Nope. They're just two very similar-looking unicorns.
Snowmen are on a jaunt now together.
Having a nice little walk.
He
They're about
the problem.
to turn around.
Yeah. Oh, no!
This is bad.
Honestly, you can kill the Garniwit, whatever, Revolve Griffin. You can kill it pretty easily. The Batnell is the issue.
The Batnell is the issue.
Yeah, I meant to say before, Queenie died, is you need to make sure that sorry, the most dangerous thing in the tower before was either krakens or golems or something if you don't have a fire type or a fire spell kind of thing. But now it's like honestly I think Batnell has like dethroned like as the most dangerous monster just from its utility.
It's damage. It can do a little bit of everything.
It also has really good stat growths. Okay, we got blind.
We've got
That's
blind. That's the same blind ball that Reven has used on the Grenade. And also, that is a lot of damage that the Wall of Ice is taking. For a moment I thought that was Cume, but no, Wall of Ice, okay.
Okay, is eating a random seed that might be a slow seed? Okay, yeah, we got the blind ball. Yeah, and that's medicinal herbs. That's what happened to me.
That is the way it... There it is! The Mana Weaver!
Yeah.
If it's in a doorway...
Yeah. That's all Reven.
Mana Weaver.
Okay, I don't think you realize how long blind will last. Because,
I would get out of the way of that. And also,
just go.
check the scrolls.
Check the scrolls, use a medicinal herb. Oh, top left. And now you're in the same situation, but now there's more of them. Use the Holy Bell. Use something, get an advantage, get them out of the room. Oh, Reven, what situation did you get into when I looked to the left? Oh no, you put down Queenie and blinded him!
Oh, that hurts. That's a stinger. That sucks.
You can't command, just bag him. Bag him. Bag him.
Bag.
Don't select return, that is not bag. Some runners also... Yeah, lucky, right? Reven is gonna get smacked for a lot of damage. Thank you. What? It's two spaces away.
It's 2 spaces away and blinded, so it's lost.
Oh my goodness!
This is rough. That's rough.
I never knew you could return it when it was blinded. Also, stealth on Hex's side now.
Yep. Hex is not in a great spot. Bad spot, even.
He'll die if he doesn't get a pickup. He also... He can potentially move forward, but there might be a stealth in front of him. He doesn't know. So, okay, the dodge is bottom right. We got the pickup. There we go.
But did nothing.
As for Reven...
Palumpa did nothing, I'm afraid.
Yeah, because you're only 50 levels higher than level 12, which sounds impressive, but, they're also a lot stronger. Okay, you got sleep, yeah. Then how are you going to get by the snowman without taking damage? Okay, taking a hit, alright.
Okay, hopefully that's a hit that can be taken.
Well, he has the height advantage in the Earth Shield.
Oh, that's good. That's good. There it is! We found the place where you're glad to have an Earth Shield! Hooray!
Yeah. That is... beyond dice. Healing before going up? I appreciate it.
That's key. Alright, I'm going to run to the restroom real quick.
Sounds good.
Okay,
we got another stealth, another pickup, okay. Got dragons. Both of them running without Queenie now, though, so we'll definitely see how things go. Yeah, Earth Shield paying off a little bit there. Wait, did the kid just take out the dragon? What? Steel Shield. Not quite the Steel Sword to win the game. is a holy scroll. Honestly, if you have a holy scroll, you should definitely try to use as many things as possible while within it. Because you at least will contain yourself and not take damage from things approaching you. Also, that's going to do a big chunk of damage. 26, that's one more hit and it's dead. Don't walk straight on. Okay, good. They won't. I believe they won't use fire spells outside rooms. That's a dragon.
Only they won't if they don't see you.
Oh, it's already
this is... Oh, there we go then.
And we have a hatching of Hex's side. This is what he found a while ago. And this had the dancing golem around him, so... Okay. Okay, we're good. Just walk straight up, don't... Okay, so don't grab that. Because you're still in line of sight and they might breathe fire on you. Okay.
Yep.
Oh.
These are both slow and steady's annual.
Ooh. Okay, so this is where... This is actually quite interesting, because a Blizzard Sword, so you still get the same type attack bonus for Mixture Magic. It's not the highest one, and he had to go up a lot of floors, so it's quite weak comparatively. But he does have healing. Not ideal. But hey, now we know what a slow seed is.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were to evolve it, you will not get a better monster for the second tower apart from Kid. Or a dragon.
Yeah, it's easy to feed because herbs are everywhere.
Yeah, and even if you lower, their attack is massive as well when they evolve. So there is... He's just gonna barely make it. Just barely make it. He's counting the steps. Although, again, he's skipping so many floors, I don't know how much he can actually kill without using a lot of resources.
Yeah, that is the thing.
There's the big brother Batinelle there.
Yep.
Goodbye, Palumpa. Hey, it's Palumpa, it's back.
Palumpa-rang in the purest sense.
Yeah. And I came back as a volcano. Time to leave. I want to say the new L will die in a hit from the snowman at that level.
Probably. Snowmen are beefy things.
He really also wants... Yeah, use the Holy Bell there, Hex. There we go.
That egg, I think, just had the Palumpa in it, so it's not going to be as useful as perhaps either of them would want it to be. Still, you can't know that until you know that, and Reven is once again working in the silence.
Yeah. Honestly, it's really disconcerting when you don't hear volume. Also, we never did investigate this as a community. Do we know if just muting the audio from the main save file or the main menu saves time on the game?
That's a good question.
Because technically it has to load the audio, but if the audio's off, you know...
Oh, that's so sad! Reven was trying to get the herb stolen, but instead the ice rock ball got taken while Reven was setting that up. That's hilariously sad.
I'm just posting lol in chat because the pick hit just made Reven's day worse, and it's my duty to laugh at him, and he will watch this back.
And yeah, that Mana Weaver is not something that this critter can tangle with.
No, definitely not. Also, annoying thing about New L is obviously, I still like pickets. I don't know what you're talking about. Blinder Ball, take a hit. Hopefully get around it. The Blizzard Sword is kind of paying off a little bit. This sucks for Reven. He's stuck between Septic's favorite monster and his favorite monster.
Yeah.
So, first she'll go for blind? You still have any?
That's the question.
We have one sleep ball. Okay.
Okay. Let's hope that lasts long enough to get away.
Yeah.
No!
Okay.
Well, almost. It almost lasts long enough to get away. There's that doorway, Manueva. And now there's a clown. And now there's death.
Yeah,
death has
not
come.
A clown. Yeah, that's a huge chunk of damage. They get quite a big buff for attack power as well when they evolve, although they're still specialized in being basically mages with double. Shield juggle, yeah, it makes a big difference. More no audio. Floor 22, though. They're nearing the hour mark, so if they find a way of leaving, we have some healing from okay.
Yeah, it's not Annapolis, so you'll at least have a turn to change your mind on what you think you want to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 1 HP survival as well. Like, honestly, I would just spam the cure spell. Like, you're waiting for your to fill naturally versus you have a bunch of herbs around you. Or
might as well just use them.
Or fruits.
It's one of the chief advantages of the Newell is that you can feed anything.
Yeah, he's going to go try to get some experience from killing this thing or retreat after the Batnell wakes up, I think.
Leather shield. Will Reven go for it? Yes, and it looks like the shield juggling is still an option. And not a bad one.
Yeah, but you see the 2 Batnells on both sides of the room?
Yeah, that's unfortunate. On the other hand, and Reven does have a Holy Scroll, and that could come in handy. It would at least make something a tiny bit better.
He's too far away. Okay, there you go. He has to wait a couple spaces. Yeah, you have to charm one. And that's the one you don't want to charm.
Good selection.
Yeah.
Maximums are spooky.
Yeah, but you can also see here just how strong this thing is.
Yeah. Yep, isn't it nice when it's on your side?
For now. Because it might die here. Yeah. So now... 1 damage. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So when it heals itself, what are you going to do, Reven?
That is the question. Okay, are you gonna run away from it? Nope, that's not going to do very much.
There you go. Now you have to do 24 more attacks.
And that Holy Scroll is not going to last the whole time.
Well, it probably has 1 or 2 more turns left. They don't last as long when you use them like that. That
could have been it. Could have been. Actually, probably was just a Restore Scroll.
Restore, Trap, or Alchemic are the ones.
Yeah, something like that. Or Flat.
Okay, now he's refilled with MP. Stop helping.
What do you think this will do, Reven?
Oh, Reven. I'm sorry, that was funny.
That was funny. Good.
Anyway, so there we go.
We have, folks.
Yeah, this is legitimately, again, Batnells are just terrifying to deal with. Once again, we're going to be switching audio here to HexTree's side. Reven now has just a strong Queenie, I think at level 11, I think it died at. I'm not 100% sure. So he's able to get into the tower. There is a lot of strategy to not just running in and assuming you can... 12, okay, I was off by 1. So you can do well enough on this one. How could you kill a griffin? Oh, that's a good chunk of damage still.
Also, like, the dangerous thing is that your own monsters will at times, if they're healers, do a heal against your wishes for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good point. He probably knew that was the end of the line.
I'll have to ask him about that later. Ask him if Batnells are still his favorite.
Oh, I'm sure. That just proves how strong they are.
But he probably would be fine if he had an Ice Rock Ball. Also,
the collar jack
Palumpa.
Doing a collar jacking, you don't actually get to see that happen most of the time.
Yeah. Also, just because it's not on there, I'll ask him to get this. I saw someone do the command here. Here is our Discord. If anyone wants to join, play the game, learn how to do that. Yeah, you don't tend to think of the Collar Jack Plumpas as really dangerous because you normally just boomerang them. But now he has to spend a turn to get him out, and there's... Oh. All right.
Yep.
Floor 20. Oh, I know that the Plumpas get attacked by other monsters because your collar is on them. It's a great detail. See, look, it didn't steal anything. It's a happy little guy.
He's a happy little guy. He's got a cute smile.
Yeah. Actually, the instruction manual actually calls him Souvenir for a name, not Pickets. But I think they didn't have enough space after that. No, the collar is used up for the floor or until you kill the Plumpa that stole it. Otherwise, the Plumpa will...
Fremont!
Very nice. That is honestly scary to see a golem there, though.
Yep, particularly because you do not have anything that's of its same type, and that makes it much more intimidating than it would normally be.
Yeah, there we go. So you got the mixture magic now. Yes, they're Game Boy game, but at the same time, or Game Boy Color name, but it is in the instruction manual. Actually, fun fact: the PAL version of, or the English PAL version for Azure Dreams instruction manual has Ko's name in the game identified as Hex.
Huh.
It's very weird, but it's there. Well, I have it. I actually have this in front of me. Jewel case noises. But what was the one for North America? No, sorry. North America was Hex. Spark was Queenie's default name on that.
Ooh.
And no more Newell.
Yep, there that goes.
And let's reiterate.
Well, famously water type.
Yep. Wind, effective for defense. That's a lie. Or sorry, water, effective for defense. Wind spells, effective for special situations, meaning useless. I stand by it.
Well, like everything else in Azure Dreams, there are edge cases for lots of things, including wind monsters. Now, the question is, how many of those edge cases do you actually want to be happening to or around you? Not many.
Okay. You got the medicinal herb. You're going to take another hit from the stealth there. No. Okay. Beg that. Beg that. That was a mistake. I understand. No, you have a free turn still. So you can still bag things from your hand without taking up a turn.
That is relevant and important.
Yeah. So stealth goes bye-bye. Stealths are, hey, look, it's a friend. 5 damage.
Clown.
5 damage. That's 10 damage a turn from a picket. They are so much stronger
than you really ever want them to be.
So
also,
he has 2
more
eggs. Yeah.
Pretty sure this is the less useful of the eggs.
Thank you, Gene. Yes, it's named Ramza. You have to ignore the picket. You can't stay there. You're gambling too much on those eggs to be something worthwhile. Floor 21, we're almost have a new leader again for...
Yeah, getting up there.
Okay, Reven should not be rushing this fast right now. You have a strong Queenie, but that's going to... You don't know what monsters are coming up. You can have nothing but glaciers by the time you want to... Yeah, blooms or even as well. It's a lot of... Oh, we got a flat... Oh, this is ideal. A flat scroll with eggs.
Yeah, that is very important. Notco is good. I usually like to go for... These days I'm going for a who's on second... or who's on first sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, Notco was, I think, started by me very briefly, and then they definitely loved that and picked it up. But I started that as the cutscene, because, like, we need a name for this child. What about Co? No. What about not Co? Perfect! It's like, I love this stupid game.
No, not that.
Hey, how about any name but that? Also, Manueva, extremely good if you just release the new L or something. Like, let's face it. Yeah.
Yep, there it goes.
It's a free space. I don't know it's on third. Honestly, I would hatch the other egg. You're not going to do too much. But so to explain the hallway system, Reven commented on this yesterday. when I was doing the AI1 tutorial, I accidentally stumbled across how the monsters kind of did things, and they keep their hand on the left, or they keep their left hand side on the wall, or left hand on the wall, and they will take corners that way. So when you use a flat scroll, you turn the entire area into a hallway. So therefore, there's no more aggro ranges unless you get within 2 spaces of them. So basically, this Batnail, if it walked into this room, if it was still a room, would go to HexTree. Versus now, it will walk, and it will just walk straight to another hallway. So if you were to go down 2 spaces to the gold coin, he would always be safe.
Yep.
Also, we have now tower entry number 3 on Reven's side. So.
Also, there was an item on top of a door frame.
There was.
It's a thing you don't see every day. It is another sign of how this game is perfectly programmed in every way.
I appreciate that reference. I guess anyone who doesn't know, how about you join the Discord so you can find out what that reference meant. It's either that or I'll post the Japanese Angel again and screw people, okay? Just join the Discord.
Just join the Discord.
Japanese Angel. I'm so glad they changed that one for the North American release.
Yeah. Oh, stealth. That's sad. That's actually very sad.
Mixture magic wise, no. That thing can be amazing because it uses that 8 space away earthquake move.
Oh yeah, you could maybe get that with the Manoeva or something.
Yeah, it's extremely costly though.
Or you could get like D4th on the Manoeva.
Yeah, but otherwise, it will have no real effect on the equipment right now. It does give rust proof as ability to cope while it's out.
Mm-hmm. Also, egg for Reven.
Yep.
And glasses for Reven. I wonder if we will. Oh, nope, star glasses. All right. That's also pretty good. Oh, sad.
Not in a room.
Sad.
Yeah.
Sad.
So if you're not in a room or use a flat scroll, Acid Rain will only ever hit the 8 spaces around Co. That's a big chunk of damage. Honestly, I would pick up Stealth and then just take the hit myself and then pick up Stealth again.
Yeah, pretty reasonable.
So, oh, we got Lowdown. Okay. We see the throwing Queenie strat on Reven's side. So as long as Hex doesn't make a misstep, like walking, oh, you know what? Walking forward is still probably a better choice, but this, nope, yep. Blind did not matter there. Okay. Okay, this is where I did it in our race. Yes, you pick up Stealth and release it and do Tile Immunity and do Earthquake. It sucks.
It is not pleasant, but it's sometimes the best you can do.
Yeah.
It's not pleasant and it's not fast.
Yep. So we're just gonna sit here for a while. Because this is the one thing I've never tested yet. Okay, you're gonna do a lot of damage, for the record. It doesn't matter if you won't wait for Earthquake. The thing is, he doesn't know. Runners can't watch each other's streams. But
where Reven is or what Reven is doing.
Yeah, it looks like he actually is doing it, actually. He actually is going for Earthquake if he's not attacking.
Yeah, it's as good an option as any.
Because let's say he gets to floor 22 and gets the elevator. He's now in the lead. He doesn't know that. But it might be a difference of an Earthquake percent in 8 minutes. Mm-hmm. Re-entries are still allowed. If he dies, they still have like an hour and a bit worth. Spell it that way. Fun fact, you can use weak balls and other spells to basically use as a periscope in hallways. So if you find a weak ball, don't throw it away. Just use it in a hallway pointing up, and you can see where it would go. And you can still, get information about the floor you're on. But yeah, so this is how boring it was to watch me, eh? I didn't realize that. Okay, chat, do you guys want the whiff noise for 8 minutes, or do you want me to switch to Reven's audio?
Let's switch to Reven's audio.
Okay. We'll come back to HexTree when Earthquake happens. Till then, we can actually hear something more than...
What the little gothic arches that Reven has going on.
Yeah, again, I love the unused assets.
They're very cool.
No, floor 7, you know, not that much right now. Let's see here. We did get someone in the Discord. Hello! Anyway, yeah, so again, you have a high-level Queenie right now. You got the Blizzard Sword, not the worst. It's not Sand-type attack bonus, but, you know, Ko's attack isn't the worst when you're, like, level 20. You still do, like, 12 damage. But there's also monsters that you're just not going to be doing damage with a Water Elemental Sword compared to a Stream Wand.
That is the tricky thing.
Sorry, for the Mixture Magic, the Stream Wand doesn't do much damage to begin with. Let me crack that one. We got a Med Herb,
like
which the Med Herb might not be a Med Herb as well.
Right, because that is one of those things. But I think probably so.
Ooh, gross. It's a one exit room with the elevator in it.
Oh, hate that.
Yeah.
I would not check things there. I would not check herbs there.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind it as much if you just put Queen on like AI 1 or something.
Yeah, that'd be a good approach. I just feel like when everything is probably coming directly towards you.
Yeah, take that, Batmel.
And there's the first of the monsters having lost all their MP.
You have to wait for a fourth one to find him to be safe, but if nothing else, waiting when 3 monsters are at least out does save time. But the second he moves, tile immunity is up, and if that's the case, you're screwed. Because the second you move, you're not surviving more than 2 hits with this. We already saw that. And you can see how much time has really passed, in quotation marks. He got hit for about, like, 40 damage or so, or like 38 damage. So from full health to now, he's only back up to 29. You get, like, 1 health every 4 or 5 turns. So...
By the way, I don't think we explained when in HexTree started this. And this quite how the tile immunity glitch works. Basically, you pick up your monster, you then do something to change what the game thinks is in that tile that you're picking up, basically.
Yep.
And then the game thinks, oh, there's nothing there! You can't attack nothing, silly monsters!
Yep. Ah! So I really hope he decides, okay, good. He just waits. Even if the enemy is there, fine. Let it do whatever. He needs a 4th monster to clog up that hole there before he's truly safe. Once I realized I couldn't shove monsters, I just sat there and waited on my turn. But the second, he's trying to get them off screen, so there's no... So I'm marking this down now because we have the highest floor. Sorry if you hear a snowblower. It snowed a foot of snow in the last 2 days here. Highest floor, 41. Earthquake attempts 2. I'm keeping track. Because I keep getting told off that Earthquake isn't like a valid race strategy. It's now 2 races, and we have 2 Earthquakes.
The question is, will it help in the end? Reven HexTree can't know that. There's a chance it could help.
Yes. And the thing is, I said this to a lot of new runners that we have. Everyone has heard me say this numerous times, and just to tick all the boxes, this game is a lightning in a bottle, just because I know someone's going to track that. But when it comes to your resources, if you do not use your resources to survive, then they're useless. If you can spend 8 minutes and get +1 floor, like Hex might be thinking, wow, I'm on floor 21 right now. It's like, let's say this is a horrible tower. Let's say assume Reven died on floor 20 when he barely escaped. He might think this might give me a small lead. Batnell deaths, 2? I actually don't know because I didn't watch back the entire last run. I don't know if Laydeme died to...
At least 3.
Okay, for Batnell deaths?
Wait, are we counting, like... Are we counting... How many are we counting, actually? How many from this race, I mean, because I'm not counting.
It's one Batinelle death on Reven on this side, but I don't know if you died on the other race.
I died at least once to a Batinelle.
Okay, so we have 2. There you go. What's the time limit for floors removed? First of all, the rooms... Oh, what are you...
What have you done, HexTree?
Oh, no, that's a little bit smarter. Okay. Oh my goodness. Hex, that's not a...
And that Batinelle is gonna come for him.
Yeah, that is aggro. No, you have to go diagonal up. Oh no, Hex.
This is bad. This is unfortunate. Should have just stuck with being trapped forever.
Okay, so Hex, if you watch this back, yeah, you know how close it is now. But for the people in chat, earthquake percent is... Yep.
And there we go.
Yeah. So, even if you think you need to... oh, it's a blinder ball, acid rain, and identify when he leaves the tower. Okay. When it comes to waiting, it sucks. I get it. But I was just saying, if your resources keep you alive for one more floor, take it. Use the fireball, use whatever. Because if you die not using them, they're useless anyway. So, like, this sucks. Oh, he just walked. Hi, Queenie, bye, Queenie. I mean, hi, Queenie again. He didn't mean to walk out there. But now we're going to see a tower entry 3. We're at 45 minutes now until no more re-entries are allowed. Let's say both of them die again, like before they hit the floor 22 mark or whatever. Then it will be a race to who can get the floor 23 essentially at that point, with obviously the advantage on Reven's side. And this is the best of 1. We're not doing best of 3 anymore because no one wants to play this game for 9 hours in the second tower. We're not all Wooga. We're calling out Wooga. So you do that. But yeah, like when it comes down to it though, like if he would have just sat there, he could have possibly won the match for that decision.
Yeah, it would be very painful. Yes, Laconic Shock. That is what we mean by earthquake percent.
Yes.
If you wait long enough, the game will anti-turtle you by earthquaking you up to the next floor. And that could have been a match-deciding decision. Also, an egg on a floor with an Arash.
Yeah,
you don't say.
Yeah, exactly. I got very lucky, and so far, well, there's only been 2 matches, so you know what does that mean in general. But I actually never died in the tower, which will drastically change next time I race. Trust me. My strategies are not going to. Plump a percent is not viable. Please don't do that as well. But like, I probably will go along the lines of route of what they're both doing and powering up Queenie and trying to climb the floors eventually. But like, we still get to see a wind crystal on both sides.
Yeah, wind crystals are not at all common in the second tower.
No, but here's the thing. There's always Ghost every single time. You could grind out a wind crystal from Ghost. There's a perfectly valid strategy for that. Yeah, but
that you can grind it out in the sense of you die until you get one.
That's what I mean. Like if you're gonna do the if you want to get a bunch of stuff or whatever, you can just get a bunch of peanut fruits, deposit them, and then hopefully either you get the wind crystal and leave with a bunch of stuff, or you get the wind crystal from Ghost in the first try. But like, Reven had an advantage because of that wind crystal so far. Although he died to the Batinelles on the second climb, like he did get to floor 22. So like, wind crystals might be the deciding factor in these races as well. Exactly, right? Yeah. people need to look at reentry, I think, a little bit harder. Not saying that everyone's bad at it. I'm just saying, like, I think we're not utilizing how good it can be.
We're not utilizing the fact that, I would say actually more than allowing reentry specifically, it's the combination of reentry and time.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, in Stars Tournament, we've allowed reentry, but with an hour, those reentries take enough time that that's a bit of a prospect, but 2 hours before your final climb and 1 hour after it is a lot of time.
Yeah, so I think when it comes down to it, like, we'll have, like, the runners, like, we will have to look at how valid just essentially spamming, what is this one? That is the sled-based one, which is Brid? No, not Brid. Not Brid. Pillar is the one that has the big circle. What is that animation? Blaze, thank you. I never remember the animations. I just kept naming them fire, basically, unless I actually knew it.
Same.
They're a fire
style. Started, like, I think I got some sense of identification from things towards the end, but not a lot.
Yeah, Blaze runs over the floor because... Oh, there's another one exit room with the
elevator.
See, and this is where, like, I did something a little bit different as well. Okay, good to know now. Because, yeah. What I was doing is I was naming the herbs and then feeding them to Queenie.
Also makes sense.
Because I can recognize the sparkles if they're good or bad, or if they paralyze. But I was looking at my list of things I had. I'm like, I haven't seen a sleep herb yet. So I'm like, well, I'm not eating that. I can pick up Queenie and go. So, like...
After a certain point, what I kind of started feeling was, what do I actually care about? And do I care about anything? And maybe there were some mistakes in that, because a sleep herb or a paralysis herb is basically a one-use spell ball. But at the same time, you kind of have to evaluate your risks as you go.
Yeah, and Hex's items don't look the worst. Like, I know they're sabers. They look terrifying.
Yep.
They're not too much stronger than Reven, I'm calling you out. You're using poison. You kept saying it useless all the time. Also, they get so much HP that they don't go down to 1 HP anymore. So it's not as valid for the second tower.
Always an important thing to remember.
There's the 1 damage. That's what you're looking for.
That is as weak as it's going to get.
Yeah. Poison is absolutely brutal when it comes to enemies getting hit by it. Yeah, you're gonna have to deal with that. What are you doing? Why aren't you just using mixture magic?
Yeah, mixture magic is pretty handy there.
Because you have to remember, he only has 1 Peter fruit. He only has 2x as well, but MP usage for AI or attacking is 1 full MP versus 1/3 of an MP. Oh, there's a snowblower again. Ooh, that bomb's
rough.
Ooh, that ray. This is the
exciting.
Oh, there you go.
Identification and Newell egg. More Newell eggs.
4% for heat.
That's rough.
You get 4%. Yeah, that's like 22 turns to hatch it at the most convenient, because otherwise you get 1 to 3% in other rolls. So that's a huge ask to hatch that. PETA, that's always nice to see.
I would be spooked. I would be very scared of it. Actually, what I would do in this particular room would be to walk out the room and check if the blue dots are still there.
22 damage. If he takes another hit, he's going down for. Yeah. Fire monsters are still trigger happy when it comes to those fire spells. So.
Some things never change, and
Nope,
those things
they
are
don't.
usually bad.
Yeah, there you go. You can use the height advantage and everything. That's really good. It's 252 or 2255 or something. It's a bit. It's the same thing for Co, and same thing for not spell balls. Spell balls is 99. They stop at 99, I believe. If you were to cheat the game. No. Yes, I know it's Pokemon. Oh, Queenie, you're not doing a good. Thankfully, he has enough HP, I think, to survive. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, he has a very strong Queenie. He can survive these floors right now.
Yeah. Floor count does matter in terms of what is scary and what is not to some extent. Some things are scary regardless, but there are times when I find myself thinking, this monster is at the floor I happen to encounter it, not as absolutely terrifying as it might otherwise be.
Yeah, and for the hearts, there are and aren't when it comes to it. They are unidentified. They should be Japanese text, but they come up as hearts, I believe, for like the descriptors, but not the item names. So you can't use them to identify what items they are, like just because the spell ball has 5. Okay, other ones might have 5.
You can use it to identify if 2 items are the same. It won't tell you if 2 items are different.
But renaming things, like if you had the 2 herbs, let's say they were the same or the med herbs on Reven's side, the 3 med herbs. If you change the name of that one, they'd all change because they'd all be the same. But we don't know that until we eat something and they become the white text instead of green.
That is one of the particular features of the second tower, where that makes it different from the first tower. When it comes right down to it, procedural generation, just a slightly different procedural generation, except for that part.
Yes, Pule. Sad Knight was testing at the second tower a long time ago. And it was hilarious because he got to like floor 38 or 42 or something, and he came across. Oh no, it was this first survival one, and the tower repeats. So when he got to like floor 41 or whatever, all of a sudden there's some noises there. And he's like, "Oh, it's a noise." He walked up, he punched it, hit him for like 70 damage, and killed him. So he's like, "Oh." Like, oh no. Then we looked and like, oh yeah, the attack curve of the noise goes up really fast. So you don't want to come across noises or cyclones. But normally monsters that have increased stat growth, like Batnels or Arash and all sort of stuff. Like, oh, we also have a hallway acid rain too.
The saddest hallway acid rain.
That was the AC, or what do you name it?
ACDC, perhaps?
ACID. Close up. Sad face? Sad face? Sad face. And see, all the herbs rename themselves again because he hasn't eaten one. And it's going to change the acid rain ball potentially.
Yep, these things occasionally happen this way.
Yeah. It messed me up during the run. Balloon uses basically all of its MP to fly away in danger. To fly up in a floor, it takes about 20.
Yeah, it is not cheap. Though it's... If you know what you're doing and you, like, want to spend the time investment, you can get a lot. It used to be one of the predominant New Game Plus strategies. But it's not Garuda.
Yeah, the New Game Plus was you take in a Picket Maneva, a balloon, and then you duplicate the 2 other items, which are the Leolam and what's the seed that increases your level?
The seed that increases your level.
Yeah, there you go. That
one.
Bazaar.
There we go.
You duplicate those to like floor or level 39, so it can get you up to 440, and you duplicate 3. You duplicate 3. What's it called? Leolam fruits, because it lasts for 15 turns overall, so you can get the 445 technically doing that. So I did that, and I broke the game.
Yep.
I'm surprised no one else thought of that. Like, I actually was sitting there, like, I should be able to get the easy world record, and I just, ta-da. And then now all of a sudden Balloon's bad in New Game Plus. Oh well. Or the
New Game Plus grounded.
Yeah. Yeah. Garuda and Balloon are associated with each other. Rare candies. There's nothing wrong with me liking Pokemon, Steve. At least I don't like Digimon. No.
You say that, but Q has such a Digimon design.
He doesn't have jorts and a gun.
You're right, he doesn't have jorts and a gun, thank goodness.
Hex did not take another death. He's on tower climb number 3. But as of right now, he's not liking the current situation with the amount of monsters around him. But yeah, he did take a death when it came to the second tower attempt.
On floor 21, could have kept going if he was willing to earthquake percent it.
Mm-hmm. The second floor and second tower, yeah. Yeah, so again, if anyone does use it, just remember, if you have more patience than your opponent and you've waited out the earthquake thing, you might get the point through the game.
Yep. Reven is pretty close to extending that lead. As well, we'll see if Reven can do that for a start.
Mm-hmm. So Reven is, there we go.
Playing it risky.
We got music.
Hooray!
Yeah, he tried to use a holy scroll when he was being chased by a Batino, thinking it was holy. He used it on himself, and it was the confusion scroll. Oh, this is gonna take forever for the Naposes to kill each other.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just... AI 1, come into my rage, falls asleep. Okay.
Come at me, bro. No, seriously, come at me, don't fall asleep now.
Yeah, Reven is gambling pretty hard. He might be feeling the pressure. He has 30 more minutes, or 29 more minutes right now with stream delay. To get to a high floor or consider re-entering one last time for the last hour. I made predictions initially when I was talking with people about starting up the tournament. I honestly thought floor 17 to 25 would be the average.
That was my average anyway.
Yeah, well there you go. But this game doesn't level scale with Ko nicely. Also, that's gonna be a lot of damage. Goodbye.
Yep, there he goes.
He was a frog, but he got better. Also, all the gold in the tower just amuses me greatly.
It is very entertaining. It's like, here, you've done everything. What you must be looking for is money, right?
Yeah.
Not survival, money.
Our casino totally isn't easily manipulatable. So now we have tower entry number 4 now for Hex. So what was his Queenie on? That was level 13?
And Reven has a new highest floor. That puts the score to beat at floor 24 now.
Yep, because he has to get 1+1. Casio Casino. How long did it take me to... So I actually did a small side speed run. I got $1 million in Azure Dreams with the casino in 8 minutes 41 seconds. So if anyone wants to try, if anyone wants to try to beat that, go for it. But like, yeah, the casino is extremely manipulable in this game.
I will be right back.
Sounds good. Yeah, and the thing is, like, 3 hours and some change the other day. Yeah, but tournament, like, it's one thing racing by yourself and having pace. It's another thing when you have to think, you know, like Luca, if you were to verse me, like, traps are what's going to get me for the most part when it comes to deaths. But like, you're not going to assume, like, I will take an 8-minute loss to get up one more floor. Would you do that? And again, this all might come down to Hex just not sitting quietly and waiting for the earthquake to happen. It feels forever. It feels like it doesn't happen. I even actually considered when I started moving on my run the other day, I actually thought I was messing it up, and for some reason, maybe earthquake doesn't exist in the second tower. Well, Pule, you also like show up for the tournaments to do extremely well out of nowhere, so like that's kind of on point for you at this point. Hi.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back. Oh wow, that is a statement, Booga.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see.
Also, yeah, shouts to this simple little noise.
Who is pretty tough.
Just decks Queenie and has to heal. You say that. Guys, you have to remember, I'm still the most consistent runner of this game. I don't care what you say. Oh, we got a frog trap. Wait, no, don't do that. Don't ever stay on the elevator. Stay one space away from it. You can't activate the elevator while you're a frog with the menu. I've seen so many people do that recently. Oh dear.
That's unfortunate. What's she gonna do about this?
Yeah.
Maybe an egg bomb?
Spells still work. You can do a blaze.
Only if you're really freaking out.
Whew, 21 damage from a noise with a type disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Use Brid. People don't use it. Use Brid. Okay, now that's just a problem. Oh dear, you're in a door frame now. Yeah.
Door frame is rough. Because, again, monsters change their vision based on if they are in a hallway or a room.
Mm-hmm.
And, generally speaking, doorways mess that up so hard.
Yeah, if you get hit by a paralysis trap right there, Queenie's in the door frame, he's gonna watch you die.
He's not gonna see things that are happening in a different type of space.
Yeah. I just want to stress also. Follow these runners, please.
They are putting on a fantastic show today, and for a second there, I just went into full sportscaster mode.
It's fine. But, like, yeah, you're not going to be able to kill this Palumpa very easily. Yeah, just pick it up and go. Peter Fruit, more than fine. Like, that's always nice to see. We don't know what that is. I would not use it.
Yeah.
Yep, that's why.
There we go.
Use it after you throw the Palumpa away, because now you're stuck with a Palumpa. Whatever. Oh, hey, maximum floor 3. That's terrifying.
Yeah, hate that.
Oh,
I have been in that tower before. It's not a friend.
No, they have very low IMP consumption, but they also have very bulky stats, and they don't give a lot of experience comparatively. Yay,
yeah.
6.
Just what everyone wants, 6. Nope.
Yeah, like...
But didn't... No, there we go.
You know... Okay, a Palumpa. There we go. There's something simple. Ooh, 2 damage. That's a stronger Palumpa.
The forbidden mighty Palumpa.
Just take the hit, yeah. Just go. Like, that's what, eight turns to get rid of both of them. They're both awake now.
It'd just be unpleasant.
Yeah. No, just pick up the plumpas. Oh, those bat nails.
Oh, that's unfortunate to see.
Yeah.
They are very unpleasant fellas to have to fight.
Yeah, thankfully, Queenie is strong enough to attack them, but there seems to be quite a few bat nails this seed.
Yeah, bat nails show up a lot more than I think they have any reason to.
Yeah, they're terrifying though. Like they're... Yeah, honestly, the other thing that people should be considering on re-entries is staying on the first floor till you fight that troll. Just because...
That is what I do.
Yeah. I seeing how they're going up the floor so quickly. Also, again, floor 27. He's nearing hour 40. He has 20 more minutes before re-entries are not allowed anymore. Also, yes, subject, blah, 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 bark, bark, bark. I'm aware. You mess up one run in a marathon and you get talented for the rest of the time.
Yeah, Zeus. Reven, is that what you intended? I mean, I guess you were hoping for the AI changes, but like, I just still feel a little spooked by putting it on AI. On AI, let's get stupid.
No, the thing is, AI 5, no matter what, will just be attack. If it manipulates, it goes down to AI 3. What you can do is have it still to AI 3 and just command it to attack.
Oh yeah.
You can just do the command. You don't have to worry about that. Thank you for not swearing, Poulet. I read that completely differently. Yes, that is a comment that is on the internet now. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think it has actually killed Batnell that has been on par with Queenie's level.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because 5 experience just for here's the healing, here's the waste of time.
Yep.
Yep.
But HexTree doesn't have a whole lot of other options on the table. Particularly now that Sandwich Town is a thing. A thing that HexTree is in, presently.
Yeah. Honestly, Reven's not looking too good right now. If he gets paralyzed, I don't think Queenie has enough firepower to actually survive and take out both a block and... Like, he has to be really careful.
Yeah. It'd be best to maybe try using a resource on one of those two things, I think.
Yeah.
And then you're in a slightly better position.
He's still going for... Okay, I get it. And it looks like he's doing the command as well. He's realizing the command is still a command. Yeah, now it's 4. You don't have a lot of HP there.
Yep, gotta be very careful. There we go, that's a good start. And now the block is back up.
Yeah. And AI 3 stuff, yeah.
Oh nice, wand paralysis.
Yeah, he got a decurse scroll, but he's still having it. Because honestly, it's still better than the Blizzard Sword at this point. Nice though. Yeah, paralysis wand with the towel immunity honestly is maybe survive a couple times too.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, that could have been extremely bad for Queenie.
Doorways.
Yeah. Queenie is that 37 or 57 for his HP? I can't see if the...
37.
Okay, so he can take 2 hits, so... He should be able to pick up a KO with AI 3. Yeah. Okay. Still on a good pace, still doing well. 27 is being a There we go. There's the elevator. Not checking if that was a mana
They had the same floor background for a minute there.
Yeah, that's actually very few and far between.
It's like a hi-fi, but not.
Okay,
Yeah, that's fair.
I still would tank a hit and go. It's not doing 78. I would keep that for another spawn. He also has a sleep herb with him.
Oh yeah. Like, if it woke up, because he had a turn or two of risking it, I think. But
yeah,
can't blame some caution.
That's good. I'd like to see the MP recovery. Just kill it. Just kill it. Just kill it. There we go. Just ignore me. That's fine. But it's still a good source of experience. Those plumpos actually give a good chunk. And yeah, now congratulations, you can do the same thing again. Waste time. I know, but still, the thing is, you can, again, going extremely technical. Once it's sleeping, you would be able to technically manipulate its turn order with what I did yesterday in the race about aiming towards it and making the monster seem like you can space it out and get around it and do this other stuff. So messing up his turn order was a viable strategy there. Reven is friends with Chai. He should know these things. So he knows what a tumbler fruit is, so what fruits does he have left?
Roche, JRP.
He hasn't seen Limit and Roche. Throw it. There we go. And pick up the flip again, because there's going to be another Kraken coming very soon. Yes. No.
Yeah, this is gonna be some situations here.
Yeah.
Technically, not actually U-boat dancing. Oh wow, these are water floors Mark 3.
Yep. 46 damage.
In a single attack. Don't like that.
No.
Reasonable, honestly.
Yeah.
Now you're going to have to figure out how to get out of this mess.
He's not going to attack you. It's the wrong Palumpa. So you don't have to worry about dropping the U at least in front of you there.
This is some very delicate maneuvering. But everything here is horrifying.
Except the Palumpa.
Except the Palumpa, who is your friend now by process of elimination.
No, see, here's the other weird strat you can pull off. Excuse me. Let Queenie get captured by the Palumpa. You can use the Palumpa, they'll chase it in rooms. You're not going to kill Queenie, they'll chase the Palumpa that's expendable.
Yeah.
So there is something to using the Palumpa as a collar jack purposely. It's silly. Also, you're not going to have enough time before that Kraken stuff gets there. Just go.
Yeah, just grab the glasses if you want them and leave. Leave. Just leave.
Alright.
It's not going to do him any good.
Yeah, he did pick up Queen at least before it got collar jacked. But yeah, you would be able to use... Oh, so just seeing that floor layout on Hex's side in an egg makes me think Garuda, but that's not how it works.
Yeah, it's an illusion. It's your false hopes.
Yeah. Star glasses, no truth glasses. You're all hurt? Okay.
be a balloon, but like...
Well, let Queenie take a hit. Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna... Yep.
Yep.
That's the right choice.
That's still a lot of things, you know.
I mean, yeah, but...
In your hypothetical world, you might as well just hope for the Garuda.
I mean...
Fair.
Okay, if someone can get that during a tournament match, I'm not going to be batting that at all, but you'll get like a 15-minute $4.99.
That would be very funny.
So, I don't know how I feel about that during a tournament setting, but if you get all of that and RNG lines up, by all means, in my eyes. Like...
Yeah.
I said in the rules, anything goes, so...
Certainly the tower thinks anything goes, and it knows what to do.
Well, that and, bat now.
Bat now. The first rule of Fight Club is that Batinells are in Fight Club.
Kono's about Fight Club. He shouldn't. They're gonna deal with him. Steel shield. Honestly, that's a shield. Reven only found a shield basically now.
Yikes. That's second tower, everybody. 33. That is a climb.
No, because you don't know if you're going to go up the floor and need to use the ability instantly. That's the whole reason I devised it, so it wasn't that. So it wasn't just use Mazar or do whatever.
Yeah, that does have some points of vulnerability there.
I know, but like, you're banking on having a free turn versus not being able to command, so...
Yep, and there goes Kuhn, but that's probably reasonable, honestly. Just because Ifrit is not the strongest available monster does not mean you can really mess around. The floor 33 is floor 33.
Yeah. More poison. Will he have enough time to hatch is a better question. We see here Hex using Queenie as a stall to get the balloon to de-aggro.
Very nicely done.
Yeah. The aggro and Deco, not your familiars, so if you can position around that, then... We have 9 minutes. I will post...
9 minutes in which re-entry is possible.
Yeah. Actually, I'll type in the message right now. Before I do. Hey, we have Discord.
Yeah!
That's why I want that there's some conversation.
Go up, Trap!
Was he prepared to go up, or did he want to hatch eggs?
I think he wanted to get away from the Ifrit, so, like, either or?
True. Although, that's Cyclone. Will it survive? Oh, no.
Oh.
Dropping frames at the wrong time.
Yeah, this is a bad time to be dropping frames and or experiencing game crash.
Let me see if I can... I don't see any messages.
No, wait, timer is... Okay, there we go. We're back. We're immediately dropping more frames, but like...
I just checked his stream. Yeah, that didn't end well.
No, and HexTree's down real quick.
All right, we have
Reven.
One last attempt for both of them, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's go, folks. This game has everything. It would be difficult, though not impossible, to beat 34 in this final climb. Let's see what they do.
Yeah. So let me type up the message. I will get that ready so when it gets to the 2-hour mark, I'll just copy paste it right in there. I don't agree with Reven typed it before, and I kept looking at the chat. It's like, oh, someone's typing. I'm like, nothing. I'm like, what? So I'm just gonna copy paste it really quickly at the 2-hour mark. But yeah, so speaking of how strong cyclones are. Oh, he put stuff in the bank. Ooh, look at you.
Yeah.
All right then.
Very...
He's also Palumpa egg.
That one Palumpa egg.
Get rid of the white sand. You don't have a ball. There you go. That's funny. At this point, Hex is just running. Oh yeah, no, cyclones.
Cyclones can wreck shop.
Oh yeah.
Things that you don't expect to wreck shop can very much do so when they're on floors that they aren't normally on.
Yeah, we're not used to hearing the mother talk about. No, you know what? you poulet, je ne sais pas. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it at that. When it comes to like this climb, though, it is a different tower for both of them. We saw how horrible Tower 4 was on Hex's side for the Bat Nails in very early floors. So, again, they do have Queenie. Oh, fun fact, if you throw Queenie in the left fountain over there, he teleports to somewhere else in the thing.
That is fascinating and strange.
So
highest floor wins.
Yeah. You want to explain that? I'll type up the message.
They can re-enter freely until the 2-hour mark, at which point they will have 1 hour to make their final climb and end up wherever they end up. It is highest floor in a single climb, but that climb does not have to be their last climb. So currently, Reven is in the lead at floor 34. And HexTree would have to reach 35 in order to make the match point, which is a challenge, though not impossible. Also, HexTree picked up an egg. Don't know what sort of egg it is, but it's an egg.
I mean, okay, it was at 4% heat as well.
Don't. HexTree, what are you doing?
Does this count as the second tower egg? Like, yeah, exactly. Thank you, HexTree. It could have been a noise, and like this is the annoying thing when you're trying to go for completionist stuff. The only time you can ever find a noise egg is floor 1.
The highest someone has gotten is 41.
Yeah.
And that was Shawnee in last night. That's right. This is the second race of this tournament, so we're some pretty good numbers, I would say.
Okay. Reven sent me a message. He's taking a quick break. So,
okay. Since we don't have regularly scheduled bathroom breaks between rounds, that is as good a time as any.
Okay, that's also very funny. He forgot to change Lucky off AI 1. So he got all the way up there, he had to lure Gauche all the way down to the bottom. That's what happened there.
Delightful.
Yeah, so he will take a small break. We have an HO ball. I didn't see what that was for. Hex is determining. Oh, very interesting.
Deciding to leave now
Hex
at the last minute.
The floor 1 tower's items.
Okay, it was a noise egg.
Yep. So now he's just gonna go straight back into the tower, get the pita fruit, and he's probably gonna do one last climb and see what's there, and then possibly KO himself again. I never even thought this is a possibility. He didn't like floor 1. Just go. Like, go out of the tower.
Yeah. Not unreasonable.
Yeah.
Should have killed Gosh for a crystal, maybe.
The thing is, maybe yes, maybe no. Like,
it would have wasted time, and like, he's got 3 minutes, and it's in which this strategy will still function.
Yeah, he also had to empty his inventory. So, okay, Reven's back, obviously. Of course, the first thing there is no music.
Of course.
Yeah, there's a lot of small things that could have been better there, but again, we know what Reven's fourth tower is going to be, and it's going to be very mean.
Very rough.
And music, yay!
Hooray.
But thankfully, Lucky is level 20, so that's going to alleviate some of that pressure. But we're going to see HexTree do one more time. He's going to go to the tower, he's going to explore the floor, and if he doesn't like it, he has 2 minutes to decide. So this might be a do or die. It might be a quick glance around the floor as fast as possible. He's literally speedrunning floor 1.
Yep. Floor 1%.
And he's just going to bank on... Is a level 11 Queenie versus a level 20 Queenie. That's a big difference in levels.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah. Going commando earlier
Did hurt him.
Has consequences.
Yep.
Tune is the only thing you have that can reliably and consistently build up your strength.
Nope, he's doing it again. He's realizing it.
He's got just in barely under the time. This is his entry. Better hope it's good.
Yeah, HexTree, you're gambling on this one. So I love it as well. This is such a cool strategy to come out. I know Hex was having a little bit of difficulties every now and then when it came to... Okay, seriously, Reven, I know you can one-shot him, but still walk away from the maximum when you just took half HP poison damage, okay? Like, that's just scary for no reason. Yeah, I know, right? But the thing is the 2-hour mark. He is still able to re-enter because there's been no exits after the 2-hour mark.
Yep.
That's the difference.
This is his climb. Anything that happens after this point is final.
Yeah. So I'm going to wait till it says 2 hours on our time. I know it's already passed on their side.
Hex didn't like the items Hex was finding on the first floor. And so wanted another go at it.
So, he did a dad run because he didn't like the items. And if he's going to force the last hour of a climb, he wants to have like a wand or something. And it was easier just to exit than it is to keep going up. And again, I really appreciate that. That's a really cool strategy. But as of now, it's the 2-hour mark.
Jin.
Yep. So if only copper here, that's on him. Ooh. Again, Queen's able to survive and do all this other stuff at the same time. So far, no decent items on... It's been nothing but copper so far.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Not in the extreme, I'm afraid.
Yep, but we are on the last hour now.
End isn't... Well, okay, the end is still... All coppers... Look, all coppers are bad coppers. We know this. Oh, now they find a wind crystal. Delightful.
Oh, water.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
We got a water crystal, though, so... I mean, they're still banking on Queenie. Like, the reason I was able to climb so high in the first go was because I found a killer egg. I was fine for attack power. It didn't really matter what I fought. But, like, Queenie is still Queenie and not really overall the best attacker.
Yeah, and Queen is a solid monster.
Also, we have no idea what the 7th tower entry is going to look like at all.
Yeah, so, this will be a fun one.
Yeah.
So far, it's looking like it might have been a little bit worse.
Okay, all coppers, except there was one item in the top left of the top left room. He didn't see. And it was not a copper. I have no idea what it was, but he did technically miss it. And he's looking at it and determining if he's going to forfeit or not. And I think he will be going for it because he can't
Might
change
as
it.
well.
Yeah.
There are times when you might as well.
Okay,
Worst comes to worst.
That slime trap should have hit Queenie. Come on. You're holding Queenie on your head.
Yeah, the physics of that are a little bit funky.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, there's the.
This is the second wind crystal of this round.
I love the fact that the little wiggle of angry is something that we all do.
We have limited resources in terms of self-expression.
Yeah.
And we take what we can get. This is mean. This is mean. A one-room floor. Everything's cunning for poor defenseless Co.
Thankfully,
the tower taketh, and the tower taketh some more.
Thankfully, this is floor 3, so there are still trolls and there is still Columbus here.
Very important.
But there might be glaciers that might be trigger happy. There might be
dragon clowns. Send in the clowns.
Yeah. So.
Oh no! Level 1. Almost level 1. This could have been worse.
Although this is probably the best way to find items, though, too.
Yes, I suppose that is technically the case.
So, like, of all things, finding like he has a level 11 Queenie. It's just gonna take him some MP and some time, but you know, there's a leaf fruit, a spell ball, like.
Yeah, this could be worse.
He's doing well.
We still haven't seen the 4th monster.
It also might be a Plumpa or a troll. It might be.
That's a good point
too. But yeah, he's going for the items. He has to. This is the best opportunity to safely do as much as possible.
He just has to keep away from like everything. Everything. He has to keep away from everything.
Oh my goodness.
A stream wand, not bad.
Yes, Skeef, you're right. It's basically that's why I said there's still trolls and Columbus here. We know them, but we don't. They also could be higher levels than normal too.
Oh, floor 3. Yeah, but when basically, we were thinking about whether or not there was a 4th monster, and that would explain the lack of 4th monster.
Yeah. So basically, use what you can. He's got some decent levels. That was early, and now we see the Batinels.
More Batinels.
He is level 20. He is taking this thing full on seriously, and he still can't kill it in a hit.
Yep. Oh, hey, Barong. Okay, how's this for your inventory? But you do need to switch Kune's AI.
Yeah.
Very important. That.
He's debating about gambling.
He is debating about gambling. I would say go for it.
He also zoomed in the map by accident.
Happens.
Yeah. Is he taking a break or?
Yeah, clear what he's up to.
Well, on that note, I will be right back. I'm just gonna take a small break myself.
Okay. Okay, and we're back. Back to normal. Well, so let's see. And one gamble before we go. Because did not reset the AI, so that's just Yeah, we're back to normal for a value of normal. Normalcy is best understood not as a factual binary, but as sort of as relative. We're relatively normal, by which I mean, oh hey, dragons. There's that. There are those extra barongs, as we have mentioned. They show up more often. Unfortunately, this one comes with a party. It's a party in his face, and everyone else is invited.
Wait, what the heck conversation did I come back to? What?
Basically, we have a whole lot of things coming directly for HexTree now.
Oh, I see. He's on the other end of a monster train?
A little bit. Yeah. Got a barong on the one hand, on the other hand, things are a little bit more complicated.
No, you have to just let Queenie attack. You're not going to do enough damage. Your mixture magic is so weak. Although Queenie is stronger, it's just better for him to attack, and then you just throw stuff at the Balrog. Yeah. Oof, 12.
That could be better.
Yep, 10. There you go.
There we go. Is that... Oh, well, fire. That's a little bit less mean.
Yeah.
Than to suddenly have all the wind crystals in the world and not a crystal to use.
Why is his glasses named Lumpy? What? Why did he generate the Selfie's egg?
Because he renamed a Palumpa egg to that. And then it spread to his other items.
Lumpy glass is my favorite. Yeah, everyone knows glasses are the best when there's like random dents in them. Someone get a level already. It's too quiet.
Could also be bumps. Like if they have extrusions on them for whatever reason. That's a weird thought. Let's abandon this train of thought.
Speaking of which, do you have a Discord where we share our thoughts all the time?
You know, we do!
Oh, so seriously, follow the runners. They're doing amazing.
They have done an amazing show. They have kept this up.
And if you like our blabbers, we're the blabbers.
Very good at blabbering.
And if
Johnny's better at other things. I'm just mostly good at blabbering.
Nah, you're wonderful. But the thing is, yeah. Restore scroll, possibly.
Yeah, I think actually.
Yeah, actually, that's the proper one. So yeah. Oh, I know, Poulet. Normally, you just eat them across the room. Of all the reputations, why do you even do that? Like, Sean plays slow, Wooga plays fast. Poulet just throws restore scrolls across the room. Why?
And also is a tournament monster.
Mm-hmm. I mean, fair. So, looking at this, we are floor 6 to floor 12. We have less than 48 minutes now left in the match as of commentating. Not as of the actual real time, because stream delay.
Right.
So, anything can still happen. Like, they're both pretty well equipped. Looking at it, 2 Aleem fruits, bunch of glasses, water, pita. On Hex's side, Aleem's, like, 2 different towers in general, but very similar looking items.
It's been a curious couple of re-entries here.
Oh, we also have a second Olean fruit. A light seed, not bad.
A third Olean fruit, even.
Yeah. Although, getting a floor of 35, though, in that time is, like, if it was going up to floor 24, I can probably easily say that it's easily possible.
Doable. This would be
the second tower is a little bit harder
stretch.
to do.
It would be a stretch.
Yeah. Still doable, though.
Yeah.
Good floor RNG, good eggs, you know, whatever. Olean fruits. More recovery, why not? This is kind of the tower you wanted to first go with. Like, look at all the Olean
right.
fruits, stream, wand.
Yeah, that's
crystals.
Not bad things. Also, it's a nice floor. I like the background.
Yeah, it is nice.
I like the glaciers a bit less, though.
Yeah, no one likes them. Especially Sand Knight. I don't know if he's here or not, but this is fun ragging on him for his gold medal challenge.
I had a practice the other day where I think I got glaciered off of an elevator. That thing.
Yeah. Thankfully, they don't activate traps as you're going over them.
Mm-hmm.
They're still scary, though. Decurse. Not the other one, though. Still, like, the scrolls had the same amount of hearts, but they were... So, what does he have still? I'd try to use the glasses, truthfully. You just arrived on the brand new floor. If you find truth glasses, might also identify one of the scrolls. Let me guess, another pita fruit? Oh, hey! That thing was way on the other side of the door. That's terrifying. Although they haven't seen a killer yet, have they?
No, they have not. A lot of mules, a lot of batinals, few killers.
A lot of water this tournament match.
We can say seed. It's a single seed, even. Oh, Jirapita. That is one of those items that you only find in barongs or second towers. Egg.
Do you need that egg? Like, what monsters on here are really... Fair enough. Okay, you got a griffin egg. You got
it'll be an egg bomb.
Yeah, you got the replacement queenie, basically. Stamina? Nope, limit. Alright. Oh, so racing the second tower versus playing the second tower is two different things as well. It is stressful to race.
Stressful in general, but yes, the race does, particularly when you're on your last entry. Before that, it's kind of fun. You know, like in a water slide sort of way, or a roller coaster. Or a zip line, or cliff diving.
Hey, best
Mostly
monster.
cliff diving. It is a club of monsters that are pretty good friends, but not great to just have.
Oh,
also, ow!
For glasses, I see. That was confusing.
Yeah, that was confusing.
Did he steal from Queenie? Just don't have things stolen. Simple.
It is yeah. They are manageable as foes and pretty good friends. You know, once you get them loaded up appropriately.
Like, look at all that free experience. Oh, it has an item. It's the one that stole. I see. Well, yeah, see? It even gave him glasses.
You wouldn't hit a picket with glasses, would you?
Technically. Oh, desperate times we have to equip a copper shield.
Yeah, that's sad bones.
Like for my first run in, I threw the wood shield in because I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna need the wood shield for the first few floors. And then after I realized I didn't find any shields for a long time, I'm like, yeah, just whatever I find is good. Just walk on the gold, Hex. And a U-boat. Goodbye.
Yeah. U-boats are your sign to get out.
Oh, we have Garuda sighting on Reven's side.
True. That will make anything he finds in these next couple of floors very interesting. But probably too late to really matter.
Yeah, I think if nothing else, it'd be better for Hex kind of thing. Although floor 10 already. Again, like, I really can't stress like how great Hex's inventory is. Like he has everything he really would want from this.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
that's very nice. You've got a couple of different types of solutions to problems. It's got some legs to it.
Are you gonna use the confusion scroll? Are you gonna use the confusion scroll? Oh, okay. Well, there's no reason to look for any more items now. Well,
oh no.
Oh no.
That's very unfortunate. This is time to use some of that very handy inventory, I think.
Well, the other thing is, yeah, Glacier. He has 22 HP left.
And it's about over.
Yeah. Now you're gonna have to try for...
seeing if one of those scrolls is the scroll you want.
Yeah. I mean, you do have replacement Queenie. You do have Griffin.
Yeah. Technically, that is a true thing you have just said.
Now he's not friends.
Ticket cutting in.
It just teleported. What a bully. I love him. Honestly, the fact he's not trying his scrolls immediately does bug me a little bit, just because like he has... It's one thing wanting to keep a holy or whatever, but like he needs to start using those glasses. He needs to... yeah, that's fine, because you just wait. There you go.
And anyway, anything you would be using to get out of a bad situation would be item-based anyway.
Yeah. And we're on floor 18 now, very shortly, with Reven.
We're gonna see that Griffin, it looks like.
Yeah, honestly, that's probably the safest bet. He still probably would think that that's a holy scroll. But like, at least he got rid of the alchemic and the confusion scroll, so he knows those are around. But there's only what, 5? No, 6. No, there's still flat 2 as well. So I guess not wanting to use that. But yeah, changing into AI 2, because I don't know if anyone saw in the chat, but when he got warped away, there was a glacier on the map as it showed in front of him. So that was a problem. Just release Queenie at this point. Like,
yeah, might as well.
Going for...
Hope springs eternal.
No, it's not that.
You're now thief-proof.
That's right. This is the stupidest niche knowledge thing that possibly can happen on this one little particular moment. Once you have the Griffin, Pickets can't steal from you anymore. So, it did matter a little bit.
Yeah. They're now much easier to deal with.
Yeah, please remember Griffins are also liftable, so still good. Reven just following the monsters around right now. Yeah, I would put the Balrog down behind you, truthfully. And just block off that hallway.
Oh, that's pretty handy.
European is always nice to find, truthfully.
It is one of those fruits that you don't often think of because you don't often see it, but second tower, it's basically another Olean.
Yep. If I had a couple of those, I'd also do Earthquake just by itself too, if I had 4 of them. So I just lock out the hallway. That thing is extremely scary behind Griffin.
Yep. That is an Arash. It's bad. Okay, the second tower is something that was dummied out of the game probably shortly before release because it seems to be pretty far along. It is an unusual game state, but it is technically not modded in. All we have modded in is the access to it. You could do that with a Game Shark, basically. It is just telling the game, "Hey, let us in.
Yeah,
Stop. Open the second tower. Stop having it be closed."
Yeah, it's something to do with the flag of an item and also Beldo's death. So it was supposed to be basically after the first tower. And there's a couple of weird little mentions of... Oh, there we got Canadian strats now going.
Yep.
So, but there's a couple instances of game reviews back in the day that cite 99 floors in a tower. So the review copies of the game may have included it, and they may have scrapped it because people were complaining about it just being generally too hard or too long.
Or they might have had issues with the stability. It's not particularly stable after a certain point.
Yeah.
It's hard to say exactly. It's mostly like the original in that you're still dealing with a similar procedural generation, except lots of different items can spawn. All item names are concealed, and monsters and floor designs are randomized.
Yeah. Which also might just be the instability of the build of the tower. We don't know if that's a feature of the tower or it's just like try and draw whatever it can. Because normally it's in chunks, but the floors literally change floor by floor. So we have no idea if that's a feature or not. Oh, that's a lot of monsters all of a sudden around Hex. How do you use those Aleem fruits,
with a feature.
Aleem fruits? Yeah, there we go. Welcome to the Aleem Garden. Hey, they both use Aleem at the same time, actually.
That's not. But yes, this is where we get some of these Barong-only items that are bad for you. This seems to be their purpose, to trick you into using them.
Yep. But there's also a couple items which are always identified, like weapons are still weapons, but they're obviously, if you equip them, they might be cursed or whatever, same with the shields. All the crystals are automatically identified, and that's basically, oh, and the Olean fruits as well. That's the only other one, because it's a special item.
Yeah, Olean fruits, I feel like may or may not be identified, but they are a different color from everything else, so that identifies it for them.
There actually is in the code a red Aleem fruit, though, that's not used.
Huh. Funky.
Oh, there you go. Bye, Hex. Go up trap right beside the elevator, like normal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this... Again, we see a poison happening here. This is the best use for poison in a hallway. You just get the monster there, and boop. Although I don't think, no, you have to switch to AI 3. Like... Thankfully, just shy of its aggro range. There we go.
Just barely.
Floor 20 again for Reven. Theoretically, Viper Town.
Theoretically, also, Viper Town. We had not seen any Vipers, but they were all over the last match.
I know.
Weird.
Also, just a small note, Apple Sandwich. Your username is great. I love it. I have a thing for sandwiches. I like it. If it was a very long time ago, then hey, there's double elevators though.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this is gonna take damage. It's fine.
It's a picket.
It's friend shaped.
You know,
yeah, like,
yes.
It is, but like I said, I've been posting the Discord link. If anyone wants it, just let me know. But otherwise, like, again, like, I can't stress how punishing the second tower is, let alone as a race.
It is delightfully punishing. It is in fact going up to the tower where it punches you. You say, "Thank you, sir. May I have another, sir?"
Yeah. And the thing is, like, when it comes down to this format, the only reason we're doing this as a tournament is our runners got a little bit too cocky and a little bit too good. So this is basically, like we said, the unfinished feature of the tower, but at the same time, oh dear lord, this is extremely, extremely punishing. And it spices up the game just enough where people are dying and it's getting a little bit more scary to do things.
I'm not assuming the tower's gender, but I am assuming that when it punches you, you call it sir. That is a technically different affair than the tower's gender.
Sir, S-E-R, gender neutral, sir.
There you go.
Used in medieval times. They use it in, I want to say Dragon Age. Or something, when they refer to, like, hello, sir.
Now.
Anyway, enough about that.
Enough of that.
Yeah, back to the actual climb. Like, I still think, again, plump rings are useful. I still think I'm going to be getting my familiars captured by them and then using them as basically bait in rooms at this point. Because,
you know, I've never had an actually collar jack, so that's not a thing I admit I have ever thought about.
Yep, we have two killers now.
It's the killer queens.
But, like, also, again, Garudas can be picked up floating. Balloons can't. They're too heavy floating. You just picked up, Reven just picked up a Garuda that was sleeping with an anchor. Sure. I call shenanigans game.
Mm-hmm.
Level 22.
Particularly because, as the balloons are hot air balloons, and thus fire monsters, they are lighter than air.
Oh!
Roche fruit! Shame it's not really very useful in this particular context.
He just got off the Garuda floors.
Oh, that's so sad.
Oh, that's a shame.
Oh, that's so sad. And Alexa played the Monster Den music.
You know, somewhere out there, Alexa disactivated.
I apologize.
It's always funny when, oh, there we go. We're getting Garuda. So this is
Garuda! First Garuda of the tournament.
One. Although I don't think it'll be too useful at this point. Yeah.
And also, Reven is in a pretty secure lead.
They're both Garuda eggs.
Delightful.
Yeah, so he did get the Garuda egg with that room with the kid in it. But
we're going to go zoom, zoom, zoom.
Yeah, goodbye, Queenie. So this is the most broken thing in Azure Dreams. And that really is a lot. Change AI 2. Command, abduct, because we messed up the text. And now you confer a third of an MP, teleport to any.
What reveals the letters of item names? Using them.
Yep.
That's about it.
If you see in Hex's inventory there's a herb with hearts, you have to eat it in order to identify it. If you use it on your own monster, it doesn't identify. But you can also rename things, and they'll change the same type items as well. Oh, 1 MP. Either way too cheap. I still stand by it should be 8.
It probably should be, but it is not fair. But at the same time, it's for once something that's not fair in
our
your
advantage.
favor.
Yeah. But yeah, so this is the last 27 minutes of this map for Reven is basically to be just Garuda. And
it's also going to be, let's see if Reven's going to beat your gold star.
Well, again, that would be with Garuda and first entry.
True.
I would be a little bit bad on that one, but Garuda, like highest Garuda floor, I think I'm going to try a track of as well, because I think they're two different things on that one. Yeah, but that's a good job, Griffin, protecting the frog. Nope, you have to change his AI. Griffin. You're leaving the Griffin.
By the way, I'd like to point out a thought I just had. I have to wonder what exactly your monsters think in the second tower when there it is, their boss, plus their master, shoving unidentified plants into his mouth and turning himself into a frog.
It's not like, well, I guess Queenie can talk. You could probably just ask Queenie, but...
True. What does he think about this? But then again, we know he is needlessly critical, what with his calling your house a dirty hovel.
That's true. So we have... Okay.
There's a lot going on in this moment.
Yeah, walking in front of the block. If Block would use the paralysis spell, that'd be game over there. All the Garudas now on So this is tower entry number 4 is where the Roche fruit and
is where things get rolling in a very special way.
Also, Garuda with 2 restore scrolls.
Yeah.
You can technically use Garuda's Abduct to abduct other monsters, who would have thought? And because of that, if it dies, you just revive it and bring it back to yourself.
Yeah.
So, like, there's strategy to that too. Although you can literally see just how fast this is going. I still would try to get the Olean fruit, but honestly at this point, it's like you're just banking on Garuda. Although, you see Reven using what we call safe Garuda strats, where you move into the Abduct. If you don't do that, when you land, if you land next to a monster, they can freely attack you and take their turn. By moving, it triggers the turn order, which then makes it so when you land, you technically land safely and the other monsters can't attack you. So to save time, you don't have to move into the area, but if you land next to, let's say, a dragon after that one, it's just not going to be good for you.
Yeah, by moving, you do risk hitting a trap. I have to admit that when he crosses, like, a room with sleeping monsters in it, I wince because I have lost runs to that.
Nothing is guaranteed with Garuda at all. Like, it's very safe, yes, but you're very much gonna, I would just, walk out, because the tyrant should, no, it got aggroed.
Yep. In which case, I don't know. What would you pick?
He's really under-leveled now.
Yep.
Like, Olean fruit, I would even do that. I would just Olean fruit.
Yeah.
Because now it's
I'm not
you.
sure.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, and you're getting further away from the elevator, which was the entire point of fighting this thing anyway.
Also, you don't know what's in front of you. He's not turning the camera. I know Fee would be yelling at me about... Yeah, there you go, see?
Yep,
So,
you have...
Oh, it had 3. Yeah, he's gonna hit it. Yeah.
There we go. That's something anyway.
Yeah, and
now you gotta safely step out of there.
Yeah, there we go. Take the time loss, walk to the room, do it, and lumpy ball.
That sounds like a medical problem.
all these. Again, this is why Garuda is an RNG thing. Yes, it's the safest thing possible, and you have MP recovery and all this other stuff. But it's RNG to where you go. It's, you know, how you use it. It's all this other stuff. And honestly, we see floor 19 on Hex's side, but Hex is murdering everything. Though slower, if this would have been Hex's first tower climb, like, this would have been amazing stuff. But hey, tower's gonna tower. We saw, actually, if you go straight up, there's actually the elevator. I don't think you noticed it, because you can actually see the level when you're zipping around.
Parts of the ladder when you spin. Yeah, that is an important thing to keep in mind, is that your scouting can work in multiple ways.
Yep. It's technically between all the rooms, I think, or there's 2 elevators, one of the 2. Yeah. Reven's still having his backward name.
And Reven is coming up on probably being able to extend that lead into a pretty impossible to beat zone.
Yeah, again, I don't think Hex is playing badly by any means.
No, not at all.
But now it's Garuda versus, again,
not
you're going to see
anything else.
Yeah, like Restore Seed, sure. Double snowman bouncing there, it's cute. We lost the audio here. The other thing you have to worry about as well is, again, he's walking into areas to do safe Garuda. Like, if he hits a bomb trap, that Garuda's gonna die. So, like, walk at diagonals and stuff like that and do whatever you can. And that is the new highest floor now.
Yep. Garuda is live fast and die young.
Yeah, I used it during one of my practice scenes. That's what I mean.
Yep, that can happen. That can be bad. That is one of your worst case scenarios.
Yeah. That's a Batonelle.
That is a Batonelle. Okay, now you Oline. Or Jarapita, or like...
Tamina, yeah.
Yeah, Tamina works.
No Tamina, okay. I would, honestly, I would probably keep the Tamina just for this, just for the invincibility glitch potential. So, like, I do agree with that. I still probably would have just used the Aleem still, though, because Jarapita can block off hallways.
True.
So, like, there's a couple moments there, but overall, good play by Reven. I'm on a T now. Leaving the lights. Yeah, that's the crime. Yeah. Oh, we got a sleep trap in the door frame. Thankfully, the snowman did not make it in time. Because that would have been game over for HexTree there. But yeah, I could see them both going to the 3-hour mark. Easily.
Yeah. That's pretty plausible given the setups.
Apart from traps, of course, because that's always a thing. It is a procedure generated.
And other unforeseen, unfortunate circumstances. Because really, at this point, anything can kill either of them given a slightly wrong situation.
Yeah, okay. The snowman's not looking very nice there. Oh, yeah, I see. Okay. Yeah, but Ko dies. Ko dies.
Yeah, but this is the discussion of leaving behind the light seed.
Oh, I see. Yeah, well, okay, that's an extra floor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we'll keep track of the stats, and I think we'll keep track of Garuda use and Garuda floors, and because this is what tower entry number 4. Highest right now I think is 7 from Hex, because Hex dad runned himself a few times. For those who don't know, we use the term dad run instead of saying suicide, just because we avoid the term, and also one of our members died on floor 1 and it was funny. Oh look, he has 50 more teleports. Ridiculous.
Comically absurd.
It honestly is, but at the same time, there's no chance he's gonna be able to
Oh, Hex sleep trap. That could have gone real bad. Can he survive this step?
Oh, okay.
Yes, he can. Good job.
Okay, why is Snowblower coming back a 3rd time? How many times did you go by his sidewalk? Come on. That's not that much. You gotta be careful, because that Greenway can...
No, just keep...
Oh,
that's very bad.
Yep, there you go. You bag it. And you make sure you take it out very carefully. No, Okay, good. Sometimes they will walk away. Okay, you could have just walked there. Oh, that balloon's actually stuck in the hole.
I've had that situation. Oh, how sad. It can't float high enough. That's really cute. And really sad.
Also, Griffin died on Hex's side when we were looking at that.
Yep.
So this might be the end for Hex if he's not careful.
Probably. Yeah,
he doesn't have any more eggs to fall back on now.
Lasting 15 minutes. That could happen. Oh, I just imagined a hypothetical, terrible case scenario now.
Give me a sec here. If he can't make it out, I have to call game.
Yep.
So the problem is, like, the thin hallways, you always hate to see them for that. Oh, there goes the
Garuda.
First Garuda. There's still 2 more.
Yes, that's a good point.
There's the Oleum Fruit, and we're going to see a Restore Scroll. Okay, he gets to the next floor. 26. He's extending his personal best for the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Which, again, is... Oh, there we go. Flat Scroll, very useful. Although, does...
I don't know
anymore?
I don't know. Huh. This will be a fun thing to find out.
Yes, it does.
Okay, good.
The rooms are still preserved.
In some ways. That's cool.
Yeah. I was actually unaware, because you get rid of the rooms with the flat scroll, right? So... That is not his death. I looked away for a second and thought his death was... Or the death following was his friend.
That is not his death, yes. Well, he got out of that floor, so it wasn't his death.
Well, the last tournament we had was the random toolkit, right? So... we don't know. I blanked there for a second. I'm focusing on the snowblower. That's way too loud outside.
There's a lot going on.
This floor 40 is taking forever for Reven.
Yeah, they normally don't take a whole lot of time. No. I mean, there's the dialogue match.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, yeah. Alright, there we go. The crack trap and the flat scroll combination there.
This is unfortunate.
Landing ball still? I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Still floor 40. Reven, just start walking.
I don't think he feels safe enough to walk.
There we go, 41. Jeez. Oh wow, that smack at the end from the Arachne. Oh, we got a very convenient elevator on Hex's side here.
Yeah.
Again, the jolly music, but no one gets floor 41. Very weird. Yeah.
It is.
So, Apple, when it comes to floor 42, there you go. highest Garuda floor so far. Highest floor in general as well. When it comes to the text, it's not a typo. We actually did that, or in particular, programmer.
Okay, sure it was a I think just a side effect of other things that we did deliberately.
Yeah, because we didn't want people using fixed seeds to get runs, because it changes enough of the game where if you practice a seed a bunch of times, wow, it's super simple. Nope, GG.
There goes Hex, GG. That is the race. Reven takes the match.
Oh, and he dies!
Oh, and dies in the next second. They are down together.
Yeah. So, before we finish, instead of it saying tamer in the menu, it says runner. We actually changed, our programmer changed the text so we know if someone pushes the menu, we can see what people are using the de-randomizing randomizer. So, because of that, the A from tamer got changed to runner, which then changed the abduct to abduct. So that's from that. it's a weird side effect, but
yep.
You know,
it's an entertaining one.
So I will not episode finished. Reven done. HexTree done. There we go. They should get the invites coming in. We'll get them in for an interview if they want.
Yep. So get your questions ready in chat.
Yeah, and honestly, the Garuda, like if it paid off, but also I think it cost him in the eye. I was actually looking at Hex's side when he died, but if anyone in chat can tell me, or
hello
I guess
there.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Fine, Reven. You got a lot of Garudas at the end.
Two specifically, yes.
Yeah,
2 Garudas and 2 restore scrolls. For a total of technically 4 instances of Garuda, hypothetically.
Yeah, that was nice. If only I hadn't hit that slow trap. I didn't want to warp when I was slow, and I knew there were stealth around, but I wasn't super worried about them because they hadn't spawned invisible yet up until that point. So I don't know. It just kind of was in the back of my mind that nah, I'm fine. I got a Garuda. I'm fine. And I think I was only a few skips away from actually having it be over, but that's all it took was that one turn, that one double smack. I had no shield, under-leveled.
Yeah. And we're joined by HexTree as well. So we have a
GG.
couple things to comment on, but Ruga did ask a question for Hex, which I feel is absolutely pressing before we get into anything else. So first of all, GG to both of you. Question for Hex. How do you feel about seeing Ko's mom talk about Isaac when you had 10 seconds to make it into the tower before the 2-hour limit? Because, Hex, is your microphone working?
Doesn't seem like it.
Well, either way.
Yep, okay, it's working now.
Okay.
Yeah, because we actually made a lot of comments. We really appreciate you basically dad running the first floor and seeing what was a good inventory for your final climb.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had seconds to go. I figured I might as well gamble.
Yeah, you had a better overall tower than Reven. Reven was on tower climb number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Did get a Garuda in the end.
Nice.
Yeah,
Reven always had the floor advantage throughout the entire match because it was, I think, 23 was your first death, Reven, or 22?
Yeah, it was the early 20s.
Yeah.
No, I warped out the first time somewhere in the 20s because I actually found a wind crystal. I got it from Gosh, I think. It was the only time I found a wind crystal up until the 4th climb on like 30 something.
That's the thing. The difference when you both started, you both went to the tower, you fought Ghosh. Reven got the wind crystal, Hex didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And that made the big difference for your second climb, which then at that point you had, I think, 23, because Hex made it to 16 or 18, I think, for the first climb.
No, like slightly less than that, I think.
Getting the wind crystal kind of influenced my entire run because I knew that I had a safe way of getting out and keeping my items. So I was trying to scour for as much as I could while getting as high as I could. and eventually I got to the point where it was just gonna cost too much resources, so I winded out and pretty much threw everything in storage, and I was hoping that I'd maybe be able to do that at 1 or 2 more times and be able to pick and choose from some really good stuff to go for the final climb. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work out that way, but I did end up with a restore scroll and something else to go in with for the final climb, which helped a little bit. I ended up using one at some point.
Yeah. Your Garuda got taken down by something inconvenient.
Skeef asks, all the poison balls on Reven's side. What's up with that? Yeah, Reven. Aren't poison balls bad?
They know I'm immune. Come on, man. And a lot of times I kind of forgot that I had it because it was just so much faster after like my second climb to just let Kuhn deal with everything because he was so high level. There were a few cases where I did opt to use the poison ball or even the poison herb, I think, at some point. I didn't realize the poison herb was only going to deal half the HP in poison, though, so that was a little surprising. But fortunately, I didn't lose Kuhn to that. I think that was an Astra that I did that on, and that was a little scary because he smacked me back pretty hard.
Yeah, and Hex, I have to point this out. You're the second person to ever attempt an earthquake.
Yeah.
But you left before it was done.
I kind of got bored.
We were wondering about that because we're like, oh, it's probably about 2 more minutes before earthquake, happens, and you use a flat scroll, so theoretically it should be immediate because there's no rooms.
I mean, yeah, there was like nothing left in my inventory, a couple of empty balls and stuff, so I figured it would get me 1 extra floor if.
Now, here's the kicker. If you would have done that, you would have tied Reven's current highest floor at the time. If you would have sat there for another 2 minutes, you would have been to floor 23. If you managed to make it 24, you would have the lead for the thing. But it's a second, you had 3 monsters there, you're just waiting, and then you're like, I'm going to go this way. You found every single monster right at you at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's funny, but so far, keeping track of the scores, 42 is the highest floor with Garuda. I'm going to put the asterisk on that one for you, Reven. And then 41 is without Garuda. We have now 2 earthquake attempts. I marked it down as, and we have 1 Garuda.
Don't give me the asterisks. Don't give me the asterisks.
Well, the runner board would. I would say that, like, one can say that there is an overall highest floor of 42, a grounded highest floor of 41, and ungrounded. Yeah, break it down. Why not? If you're gonna asterisk, you might as well asterisk evenly.
The thing is, I think I will also just post a comment in the Discord as well, just keeping track of all things, so any commentator can see what the current thing is. But
that sounds fun.
What was your guys' thought to all the water monsters everywhere? Because there was a lot of Batnils, Krakens, everything else that was wrong, Glaciers.
U-boats.
Thankfully, I didn't have too many problems with Kraken. I was mostly able to avoid them. The Batnils were a problem in maybe the first climb or 2, but I didn't really encounter them super high up in the later climbs, and Kuhn was pretty much able to kill them in 1 or 2 hits most of the time, so ultimately they weren't super scary later on, but in the first couple climbs I found them pretty early, and I was running for dear life. They are terrifying. And I didn't have any way to really fight back. I mean, I think I had a paralyzed ball or something like that. It was about all I had was to get Kuhn a couple more hits to hopefully kill it. That was pretty much my strategy if it came down to it. The U-boats were meh. I was mostly able to avoid or dance with them. Not too many spiders. The occasional Astra, they were kind of a pain. I had more trouble, I think, with the Naplas, just because they seemed to be
bulky.
more common. Yeah, and when I did end up having to fight him, it took a lot longer, a lot more resources, more damage, things like that.
What about you, Hex? How'd you find the tower monsters?
if there were above average number of water monsters, I probably hadn't really noticed. It seemed like the normal rate for me. But I mean, I would have liked to change Kuhn's type, but I don't know. I don't see. It seems like the elemental seeds don't really drop as often.
Yeah, well, a lot more slow seeds in my experience.
Oh yeah. And large seeds, I found quite a few of those.
Yeah, same. But yeah. But yeah, the one thing I have to point out as well is you are on a darn good climb at the end, Hex. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
Wuga, no, not Wuga, sorry, so used to saying that. Reven got Garuga luck, is what I wanted to say, and had a bunch of Garudas. But you ended up on floor 29.
Yeah, I think I could have gone much further. I stupidly used a paralyze on the zoo.
Yeah, but Reven had like, when did you get the Garuda egg again, Reven?
I think it was like mid-20s, I want to say. I realized that I had a roche fruit in my inventory, so I threw it at a Garuda that I just happened to see. I wasn't sure if they were on that floor anymore. I knew that I had an egg that could potentially be one, and I was looking to hatch it as soon as I could, but then
Okay.
I found that I had the roche, and then it was still there, so I chucked it, and then saw that I had 2 identified, like, oh, cool.
Yeah, lucky.
I think it was somewhere. I think it was like 26 or 27.
Okay.
I was actually. I think I was trying to leave from Baronx, but they kept harassing me, making me play the casino.
Yeah,
So
get addiction.
so that's how they get you these days.
The first one. The thing is, again, if you see one Balrog, they're not a rare monster in the second tower. There's going to be a lot of other ones, so it's really, really tempting just to find them all.
Yeah, they became more of a nuisance after a while because I didn't have anything I wanted to throw at them, and I wasn't in rooms with coins or anything, so I was like forced to kill them or lift them or whatever.
Yeah,
But it was fun. I really enjoyed this climb. I wish I could have went further with the Garuda, but you know, it is what it is. Traps are traps.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing as well. Like, you were doing. We comment on it, like the safe Garuda strats and stuff like that. You're still risking walking into traps and other things like that. So, you know, it's not ideal, but it's technically safer than landing next to a monster and being on like floor 42 and then just decking you in a single hit. So you take your risks what you can. Would you race this format again in a tournament is a better question for, I guess, all of us who've done it now.
Yes, fun time.
I don't think I can really say quite yet. It's only planning to one game in. I think it's definitely fun.
Okay.
I think so the imbalance with the wing crystal is I guess something that can end up with like a runaway winner earlier on. I don't know if that could be fixed, like having a wing crystal spawn on the first floor or something if we did for second tower, because that seems like the one thing that both players don't quite have the same opportunity for. But I mean,
well, the other question I'd have, and I honestly I find it fun, and this is just for like, hey, recorded purposes for later. What about both towers being open? And the whole goal is the highest second tower floor.
Huh.
wait, so the winner is the highest floor in
The second tower, but the first tower is open for items. Not this tournament, but ideas for later.
I
would prefer that.
Yeah, I mean, that could be very interesting because you'd have a reliable way of, getting level ups and things like that on certain floors, things like that. Items are certain items are more common that you're used to. You can get your spells leveled up and things like that. Easier to escape, build up an inventory, and then make a climb.
Okay. I've been thinking about how to alleviate the fact there's no wing crystals since my match and all this other stuff. And, yes, Wuga, we all can't be like you with 99 floor clears. But I that's all I really want to ask about as well, because like I'm still trying to get ideas for stuff, and this is a very punishing format, and you guys did amazingly.
Yeah, I think
Really
I
did.
think along the
Fantastic
lines
showing.
along the lines of what you're asking, I think if there were another second tower thing, we should definitely include the original as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, I definitely think that would be the way to go in the future.
especially if someone wants to get high queen in 25 minutes, Wooga. Stupid. But nonetheless, I think I'm happy to wrap it up unless you guys want to say anything or make note of anything in the matches.
I think I'm good. I had fun.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
thank you. We'll do the whole roundup. Thank you, Ledeme, for commentating.
Likewise, thank you, Shawnee. Thank you to both of our runners, and also the folks at Speed Gaming for showing us off a bit.
Yep, it's nice to be back doing tournaments again. It's been a while for us. So, and yes, we have a match up on Tuesday for Poulet and Wooga, which will be something to watch. So, but yeah, also Sustaina, forgot to say, made the wonderful layout. Programmer for making the de-randomizing randomizer. Always want to give credit to both of them. But with that, I think we're done. So, everyone have a good day.
Catch you later,
See
guys.
you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.